What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to another match day here on Anfield Agenda. And as I've said all week, I cannot remember being this excited for an early round League Cup game. The team news is in. What you can see on your screen has been confirmed, and I'll run through it momentarily. Also, make sure you don't go anywhere for the next minute or two, because I will be giving you the information on how you can enter our giveaway for that signed Diogo Jota shirt. More on that to come in a moment. But let's start off with the team news. What you see on screen is confirmed. Georgi Mamardashvili is in goal. Right back Jeremy Frimpong. Left back Andy Robertson. Your centre back pairing today, Giovanni Leone and Joe Gomez. In midfield, Curtis Jones, Wataru Endo and Trey Leone. And then it's Federico Chiesa, Rio Ngamoa, and Liverpool's new number 9, Alexander Isak. The bench today for the Reds is... Let me just go through this really quickly. The bench today for the Reds: Woodman, Kirkes, Bradley, Ekitike, Williams, Gordon, Morrison, Pilling and Dans. That is your Liverpool bench today. So, as Arna promised, plenty of rotation, plenty of rest for some of the superstars. But, as I said, so excited to see Isak tonight, Ngamoa, Chiesa, young Giovanni Leone. I'm delighted. Verts got rested today as well. And look, I'm not surprised by it at all. This is an opportunity for the manager to make a lot of changes. And let's see that we get the job done. Right, want to just kick off by saying, Daryl Murray, thank you, bro. He said, love this show, love Craig and all the chat family. Thank you, mate. Appreciate your support. And again, thank you for being with us as a member, Daryl, for 2 months. So, let's talk giveaway, shall we? We did promise you we're going to be launching a giveaway, and here are the information details right here. We are giving away, with thanks to our friends at the Collector's Corner, this beautiful signed and framed Diogo Jota shirt, obviously to celebrate the great man's life. We've teamed up with our friends at the Collector's Corner. If you would like to enter the competition, make sure that you get over to the Anfield Agenda Instagram, where you will see all the details on how to enter. And the competition is open to everybody worldwide. So go across to the Anfield Agenda Instagram, at Anfield Agenda, to enter that giveaway. We will be announcing the winner at the end of the game against Chelsea before the October international break. And best of luck to everybody who enters. We always want to try to make sure we give a bit back, and delighted to team up with our friends at the Collector's Corner for this giveaway. Do make sure you go over to our Instagram, as I said, just search at Anfield Agenda on there, and you will see all the information of how to enter. Right, so let's talk about the Southampton team, because of course there are 2 sides playing today. Alex McCarthy, Ryan Manning, Flynn Downs, Adam Armstrong, Ronnie Edwards, Leo Cienza, Nathan Wood, Joshua Kershey, Cameron Archer, Casper Yander and Elias Gellert. That is the Southampton 11. So, we excited? I'm absolutely buzzing. Honestly, I am. And I'm going to say it early so people don't think I'm lying or anything. I've put money on Gomez to score. I've done it. I've actually put my money where my mouth is, and I've said today might be his day. So I've stuck a sneaky few quid on a Joe Gomez goal. He has to do it at some point, right? So why not today? Do let me know what you guys are thinking as well with the starting 11. Obviously, there will be some people who feel a little bit disappointed that isn't stronger. It's exactly what I expected. I think it's pretty much on the money with where we were with our preview as well. So I'm happy enough with it. On the bench, there are options there. Kirkes, Bradley, Ekitike. So there are options for the manager if he needs to find something late. But let's be honest, if all goes to plan, we should be okay. Liz, how are you, my friend? Happy match day, Liz. Much love to yourself and the family over in sunny Florida. And as always, my dear, I hope that you are well. Right, Keane said, well, that's one way to lose money. I know, dude. I know. But I wouldn't respect myself if he did and I didn't put the money on, dude. So yeah, I gotta do it. I have a few other weird ones on as well. Do you know what was an interesting one for me? And look, again, I'm not trying to promote gambling because we don't work with the bookies or anything, but you know I like a little flutter. Do you know what I couldn't resist at 2-1? Isak, just to have a shot on target from outside the box, was 2-1. So I'll have me a bit of that as well. Zach said, thank God I put a fiver on Gomez scoring. The most realistic game for him to do it. That was my thinking as well, mate. That was my thinking. You know, he has to do it sometime, so why not now? You call the team, what's the score going to be? I think I went 3-1 in my prediction. It's hard to know in these games or to have a guess at it because, it's a much changed team. These guys haven't played together before, so it is a difficult one. But I'm going to stick to my 3-1 prediction. As long as we book our place in the next round. Look, let's be honest though. We want to see Isak scoring tonight, don't we? I know I certainly do. Right, so if there's any issues with the camera or anything, let me know. In fact, you know what? I'm going to try and mess around with some filters here live just to see if we can't get things a little bit more jazzy. So let's mess around with the saturation a little bit. There we go. I think that's looking sharpish. So again, always appreciate your feedback, folks. Adzer, how are you, dude? Said, well, Craig, how's the form? Tickety-boo, sir. Tickety-boo. Hopefully Isak can get a few goals tonight and get his confidence up. Yeah, I'd be a liar, dude, if I didn't say I think he's going to score tonight. I absolutely have an expectation for Isak to score today, but let's wait and see. It's just exciting. Honestly, I love it. I love we get to see some new guys. I love that we get to just sit back and enjoy. I can't wait to see Isak play more minutes, and hopefully he can find his way to getting his breakthrough goal. Paul Driscoll, how are we, Paul? Always lovely to see you in as well, my friend. So good to see Chiesa on the right. Let's see if he can be a good deputy for Mo when he's at the AFCON. Yeah, most of the time, Paul, when we've seen him come on, it's been centrally. So like you've said, mate, it's interesting to see him out in that wide right position tonight. Obviously, Rio and Gamoa on the left. I think the midfield is going to be quite interesting as well. Endo, Jones and Nioni, and I'm a big fan of Trey Nioni, so looking forward to seeing him. Obviously, the big man in goal as well, Georgi Mamardashvili. Want to talk a little bit about him in a moment. And then we get to have a look at Giovanni Leone, of course, for the first time as well in the Liverpool shirt in a competitive environment. Lee Cole said, agree, Craig. Love to watch the players that don't get much time. Yeah, it's fascinating. It is. And as long as we get the win, I don't really mind what the performance is like today because it is about, a lot of changes, to be honest, So I expected the lads to take a while to get to their rhythm for this match, but ultimately, buzzing. Can't wait for it. Haley, how are you, my friend? Said Leone, the giant OMG, exciting. Isak up front too. I stuck money on Leone to score. I couldn't help it. The odds were just too good, and I thought, let's see if Giovanni Leone can score from a corner or something on a set piece. So, yeah, I put a few really weird bets on just to make it a bit more exciting. I even threw a few quid on Endo. I think I stuck a fiver on Endo to score. I think he was like 6 or 7 to 1. So stuck a fiver on that just in case as well. I always like the mad bets in these types of games, the ones that you'd never put on in a league match or anything like that. Kay said, is Isak starting? He is, sir. The team lineup on the screen is the confirmed one, just to go through it for you in case you're driving or perhaps you can't see the screen. It is Georgi Mamardashvili in goal, Jeremy Frimpong at right back, Andy Robertson comes in at left back today, centre back pairing of Joe Gomez and Giovanni Leone. First time we've been able to say that. In midfield, Endo, Jones and Nioni, and then up top, Ngamoa, Isak, and of course Fede Chiesa. Mark, welcome in back as a member, sir. Lovely to see you in. Hope you are well. And I agree, Mark. I don't know what they were smoking with that fourth choice last night in the Ballon d'Or, but I'm not going to keep banging on about it. Except to say one more thing. Somebody posted into our Discord group a quote from Lamine Yamal's father to say it's the biggest disgrace in the history of football that his son didn't win the Ballon d'Or this year. Really? Really? Like that's the level of entitlement that we're working with. Because as I said, huge Lamine Yamal fan. I think we all are. But to say in any form that he deserved to win a Ballon d'Or this year is nothing short of a joke. 9 league goals doesn't win you a Ballon d'Or. So even the fact he finished second for me is a disgrace. So his father out banging on about it being a robbery? Nah, I'm not having that. So somebody just asked me for the Liverpool bench. Milos Kerkez, Conor Bradley, Hugo Ekitike, Freddie Woodman, Reece Williams, Cade Gordon, Kieran Morrison, Tommy Pilling and Jayden Dans. That is your Liverpool bench. For Southampton, their bench is Hardward Bellis, Ross Stewart, Tom Fellows, Shea Charles, George Long, Ryan Fraser, Koryu Matsuki, Damien Downs and Jay Robinson. That's the Southampton bench. Paul Donnelly, how are we? Said, hey Craig, hope you're well. Loving this starting lineup. Does my Insta account need to be public to be able to enter the shirt giveaway? You know what? It's a really good question, and it's one I'm going to have to bow down to Connor and wait for an answer for, because I don't know. I don't use Instagram, mate. I don't use any of our socials. I just come on here and chat with you guys and use Discord and WhatsApp. So I would imagine the answer is probably yes, because we'd need to see that you've entered the competition and that you followed the Collector's Corner. But let me triple check that with Connor. We've plenty of time to give you the answer to it, because, as I mentioned, the giveaway runs up until the Chelsea game on October 4th or 5th. Dazzy said, just had a bit of the Isak to have a shot on target from outside the box too. I think it's just really... Oh, he said it can be private. It's fine. So there you go, Paul. It can be private. Connor just messaged me to say, no problem if your account is private. So there we go. Right. To get back to Dazzy, it just seemed too good, mate, didn't it? 2-1. 2-1 just to have a shot on target. If I'm not mistaken, he had a shot on target from outside the box in his first game for us. So, yeah, I couldn't resist it either, mate. I jumped all over it when I seen it. Bobby said, evening, Craig. Excited to see that front line. Same, Bobby. Same. It's fun, isn't it? You know, we get to see young, exciting Rio on the left. We get to see Chiesa get a proper start. And, of course, Alexander Isak as well. But let's not forget about the back line. Leone, get to see him. We get another look at Jeremy Frimpong. Joe Gomez, of course. I want to just take a second up to speak about Georgie Mamadashvili, because I'm really excited to see how he gets on. I don't think many of us have too many concerns about his physicality, his commanding of his area, maybe even his shot stopping. But it'll be interesting to see his distribution, because that is something, of course, we've been spoiled with Alisson Becker for years. We've seen Manchester City as well go in a direction, bringing in Gianluigi Donnarumma, where we could say the same thing. Great shot stopper, very good commanding his area. But does he have the ability of an Ederson or an Alisson with the ball at his feet? Probably not. So I'm wondering, are we seeing a change again in the way managers, top-level managers, the likes of your Klopps, your Artetas, your Guardiolas, your Jurgen Klopps, are we seeing them start to shift what the goalkeepers can do? Or what they're asking of the goalkeepers? Or is it just a coincidence that maybe Liverpool and Manchester City have gone for two big goalkeepers who probably don't have the ability of their predecessors with the ball at their feet? Yeah, I know, Arteta snuck out, mate, sorry. When I said Arteta, my brain went, you just said Arteta, Craig. You know you just said Arteta, right? You did, you said it out loud, mate. You said Arteta. You're not wrong. It snuck out, dude, it snuck out. Yeah, no, you're all right. I was just rambling through the managers, and that was one of those where the brain didn't quite connect, and I was like, oh shit, I said Arteta. Yeah, sorry. You're all right to pull me up on that one. Fair play, fair cop. He plays horrendous football, so yes, you're all right on that. So let's run through a little bit of the news, shall we? So, Fakahes apparently think that Liverpool would only ask 56 million for Ryan Gravenberch. Yeah, as our account said on X, what are they smoking? Imagine trying to value Ryan Gravenberch and saying, oh yeah, if Liverpool were to sell him, they'd only ask 56 million. Really? I'm already considering Gravenberch a £100 million player. I may be deluded, but to me, that's what I'd be thinking of him as. And also, I wouldn't even sell him for 100 million quid. You know, I'm on the give him a new contract, which the good news is he's edging towards a new contract. Liverpool are ready, said Alex Truck, to reward Ryan Gravenberch with a new long-term deal. Proper order. Proper order. So, I don't know if you guys seen this earlier on the Anfield Agenda X account, but Squawka have put out an interesting stat. You know the way we're Liverpool? We constantly get it. We get Arsenal fans telling us it was a PGMOL title and it's a big conspiracy against them. Well, Squawka have released their version of what the Premier League table would currently look like if VAR decisions were made correctly. Shall I walk you through the table? We'll start off at the top. Who's number one? Liverpool. Still perfect. 5 wins from 5. So nothing to see there with VAR. Second place, Crystal Palace. Third place, North London, Spurs. Fourth place, Fulham. 5th place, Chelsea. 6th place, Bournemouth. You still haven't heard me say one club, right? 7th place, Everton. And then down in 8th position, Arsenal, who claim that they are shafted by the PGMOL, who claim, and their fans, that they're always hard done by. But there they are, punching above their weight, where they should be really in 8th place in the Premier League if the VAR decisions were correct. Kind of makes a bit of a mockery of the whole Liverpool shit, doesn't it? But then again, we deal in facts, they deal in emotions. I know Billy said, but Liverpool. I know, mate, I know. It's mad, isn't it? When the things don't add up to the narratives that people try to create around our club. He's not for sale, proper good. You're darn tootin'. He ain't for sale. Not a chance he's for sale. And Connor just posted into the chat, would you sell Ryan Gravenberch for 100 million? Yes or no? It has to be no. It has to be. Because remember, Carlos Baleba is being quoted at 100 million. We talked about that in yesterday's video. Carlos Baleba is apparently worth £100 million. For what? He's a damn good player, but he's experienced nothing and won nothing. Ryan Gravenberch, a Premier League winner, an established Dutch international, and an absolute superstar. So if Carlos Baleba is 100 million, it would make sense that Ryan Gravenberch is north of 100 million, right? Paul Donnelly said, if Baleba is 100, Grav is 250. You're right. You know, and this is the funny thing, because we'll be told, look at Liverpool fans again, overvaluing their players, blah, blah, blah. Nope. You're telling the world that Baleba's a 100 million player, and Tyler Dibling last year was a 100 million player. Well, then Ryan Gravenberch must be a 150 million pound player by their own logic. Ash, how are you, mate? Hey, Craig, speaking of the PGMOL, should we have an annual award for referees? We can call it the Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or? I'm for it, Ash. Can we do that? Connor, can we do that? Can we do that? Genuinely, can we do that? I'll buy the trophy. Seriously, I'm up for it. You know, maybe I could get my fellow content creators to all vote, and we could call it the Ballon d'Or. Ballon or not. Ballon or not. There you go. We'll do it. I'll ask. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Write that down, Connor. We're doing it. At the end of the season, I'm going to reach out to at least one content creator from as many clubs as I can, and we're going to have a vote. I'm going to send them a Google form. We'll have a vote and see which was the biggest shithouse of a referee this season. I like it. Craig, why no Elliot? Why would we be playing an Aston Villa player in our team, Happy Craigo? You know, he's on Aston Villa alone with an option to buy there, or an obligation to buy. So, yeah, wouldn't be playing a player that's not a Liverpool player anymore. I love that though, Ash. Fair play. Thank you for that suggestion, because I'm all over it, mate. I'm all over it. I love it. That's the type of shithousery I can get right behind. Darren, how are we? Darren Cooper said, I'm happy with the lineup. I think 4-0 to Liverpool. Thank you, Darren. Jack Nichol said, I'm at the game. Let's hope for goals. I predict 4-1. Well, enjoy the game, Jack. Do let me know how you get on afterwards, mate, if you get a chance, but enjoy yourself. Marcus Cavern, said, I just wanted to say I'm really happy with Arne Slot and how the season has gone so far, but I have to admit I don't fully understand his tactics. Can you explain? So, to try to sum up Arne Slot in a few sentences and his tactics, I would say is pretty difficult. He wants a high-intensity press. He wants Liverpool to turn over possession and win the ball back quickly and as high up the pitch as possible. But he also wants to control the game in possession and not turn over possession. He wants to keep the ball, move the ball until he sees the perfect passing channels open. There is so much I could sit here and talk about with Arne Slot, admitting what I do and don't understand about his system. Because this season in particular, I'm still getting to grips with some of the tweaks and changes because we've seen a lot of different personnel. But ultimately, he models a lot of what he does on Luis Enrique's Paris Saint-Germain, of course on Jurgen Klopp and the Gegenpressing system, bit from Pep Guardiola. But tactically, I think that is where Arne earns his stripes. His in-game adjustments are right up there for me with the best I've seen. Connor said, got a cheeky bet on for Isak and Rio to score. Wish me luck. Keep up the amazing content. Love all the vids. That's so appreciated, Connor, mate. Thank you. And best of luck for the bet as well, mate. I hope it comes in for you. Partly because I also have the same bet on, dude. So, yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed for the bet, both of us. Why am I playing? Yeah, I have a groin injury, mate. Carry around this weapon of mass destruction of mine. You know, sometimes it can lead to a bit of back pain and groin strain, so that's why I'm not available today. The old weapon of mass destruction in the pants was acting up a little bit, so... Oh, God, it could probably be the furthest thing from a weapon of mass destruction. Weapon of mass disappointment is probably a fairer term. And I'm sure my wife will agree with that one. Where's Buvac? Sound the klaxon. Sound the klaxon. Why isn't Mbappe playing? Really simple answer to that one. 6'7". That's why. Not even a weapon. No. It's like a micro machine. That's probably a fairer term, yeah. Micro machines. There we go. That's what I'm working with. Right. We all have our own strengths. Yeah, mine seems to be eating. I'm quite a pro at that one. And put pastry in front of me and it's game over. Good night, Vienna. Tathard said, let me be honest, they love to hate because we're too good in the history while being the best club in England. That's darn tootin'. You're right. They hate us because they ain't us and they fear us. That's true. What's my favourite pastry? It depends if you're talking about sweet or savoury. So, I don't know if anybody else grandmother did this, but so you know apple pie, an apple tart, apple pie, whatever you call it. My grandmother, God bless her, used to make an apple tart style pastry, but used to have minced beef and gravy inside it. Oh, lads, oh, I still think about it now, and my grandmother's passed away 25 odd years, and I still think about my grandmother making that tart with minced beef, gravy, with a slice of a slice of it with mashed potatoes and peas. Oh my days, incredible. But what's my favourite? I'm a sucker for anything apple. Do you know what's underrated? And I've got two of them sitting over there. You know in Lidl, there are apple turnovers. They're at peak, man. I love them. I get them every day. Absolutely love them. So yeah, anything appley, I'm all over. Kloppo's going for a Joe Gomez hat-trick. Nice. Imagine he did something like score a brace, having not scored for us, and then goes out and scores two. Jacko said a 5-4-1. Another one of those games then for Southampton. Yeah, well look, I didn't really expect them to come and do anything else other than try to survive and get the penalties, but you know, it's on us to open up that defence. Jonathan Kirkley, thank you for being with us, Jonathan, as a member for 11 months, sir. Craig, I'd love to see Joe score tonight. I couldn't help myself, Jonathan, but stick a sneaky fiver on Joe to score, so yeah, I'm hoping as well. Rhubarb. I don't mind rhubarb, Scouse Will. Do you know, my mother-in-law had rhubarb growing in her garden the entire time I've been going out with Sabrina, and I never ate rhubarb. And then one day she made a rhubarb tart and I tried it. It's lovely. And I'd never had it before in my whole life. I always just didn't like the look of it. But I ate it one day and yeah, it's really nice. Rhubarb tart. Bit of custard, nothing wrong with it. Oh, Lee, apple turnovers are legit. Honestly, I'm an absolute savage for an apple turnover. Do you know what my daughter made me? My daughter made me something the other day, and I gotta say, well done to her. My daughter made banana bread, but she mixed Biscoff in with the banana bread and had Biscoff crumbs on the top of it. Oh, lads. Like my wife, my son, me, all of us savaged it. So yeah, big up my daughter as well, who, by the way, passed her driving test this week. So congratulations to my baby girl. Ben said that sounds awful. Oh, it was gorgeous, mate. Honestly, it was gorgeous. Especially the crumbs on the top of it and stuff. It was really nice. Biscoff banana, delicious. Robert said my missus made me apple crumble. Oh, I love apple crumble. I love it, mate. Love apple crumble. A little bit of brown sugar to caramelize on the top of it. Banana bread with chocolate chips is good too, said Liz. Any banana bread, Liz. Sign me up. Banana bread with walnuts. Yeah, anything. Welcome to Cooking with Craig, who actually doesn't do the cooking, just does the eating part. Do you know what? Of all the things in my life that could make my wife gag, there's only one thing that I can do that makes my wife gag. And this isn't dirty, so if you're a parent, don't worry. I'm not about to say something sexual. There's one thing that if I do it, my wife gags straight away. Would you dare to take a guess at what that is? So you know with me, I gag at broccoli and stuff like that. Custard. My wife can't be around custard. Even just opening a carton of custard and pouring it onto a bowl or a bit of apple tart, my wife gags. She just cannot be around custard. I always found that one weird because my wife is like really good with eating. She'd eat most things. You know, she'd happily live as a vegetarian. But yeah, she can't go near custard. Don't know what it is, and I love it. So custard, a bit of jam, roly poly. Like I'm old school. Give me all the good shit we had growing up. You know, I'm a bit of a basic bitch when it comes to my food. I can eat cold custard from a can. I'm with you, mate. Love it. I'll eat custard cold, out of a tin, warm, don't matter. Love it. Custard's brilliant. Philly Reds. Hey Craig, another reminder to US fans, let's avoid Liverpool team store. There will be a huge tariff. Promised LFC I would mention this daily. So some good advice that we did get, Philly Reds, from people in the US was if you ordered Liverpool stuff from Adidas in the US, you won't have the tariffs on it because it's shipped from within the US. Now, there is a limitation to that, of course. You can't get the Liverpool font. You can't get, I think, some of the badges on the arm and stuff. But if there are any North American Reds that want to order stuff and don't want those very, very expensive tariffs, that's the best way. And also, Philly Reds, you said you promised Liverpool you'd mention it every day. I think what you should be doing, sir, respectfully, is getting onto your local government because it's not Liverpool's fault. You know, I will call the club out for anything that needs to be called out, but it isn't on Liverpool. Now, maybe they could open up a distribution centre in the States that could make life easier, absolutely. For instance, when I order stuff from Liverpool, so this top as an example, it comes from the Netherlands, which means I don't pay any import fees on it. Whereas if I ordered it from England, I'd have to pay income or I'd have to pay tax and VAT and stuff on it when it arrives. So Liverpool must know that, and hence they have their distribution centre with Adidas in Eindhoven. So that's how I get my stuff without anything. So in the States, I would imagine there's probably something similar on the way because I'm sure the club don't want their fans being fleeced either. You know, it's expensive enough to buy a footy top. The Liverpool store does need to be blamed though for not being transparent enough about it. They only put a small disclaimer. No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. What was the gentleman's name? No, Pupu. That's fair enough, mate. Yep. Like I said, I can't see it. What you guys see when ordering. So if there's only a small little disclaimer, I get that. That makes sense as well. Naturalist. Oh, we're about to send off your box, by the way, over to you with your Jota scarf and your goat bag. We're sticking a little bag of Kios in there for you as well to make sure that you can get some proper Irish crisps, Naturalist, and a couple of other bits and pieces. So we're going to be posting that off tomorrow. So should be with you soon. And thank you again for sending me those incredible cookies. My favourite cookies in the world. Can only get them in Canada or America. And our friend there, Naturalist, sent me over 5 glorious boxes of them. I'll never forget what you did for me. Thank you. Anything I can ever do in return would be my pleasure. Julian said, Craig, for while you're away about the videos in Liverpool, LFC of all the decades from 70 onwards. So the thing is, Julian John, I've tried that type of stuff before on the channel, and it falls on its arse. Some of the videos that you would think people would have an interest in doesn't really work. And that's kind of one of the type of videos that I've tried before and failed. So appreciate the suggestion, because I did ask you guys to give me some. But I've got 3 or 4 jotted down so far, and I'm hoping to get about 10 done for when I'm away. What cookies? They are maple cookies. Canadian maple cookies. They are absolutely incredible. How do I go about shaving my head? Use a Harry's razor and blade and shaving gel. I've never liked shaving foam for some reason. I don't know why. I always use shaving gel. But yeah, that's it. Just a normal face razor, Harry's blade, Harry's razor, and some shaving gel. Oh, waffle cookie. I'd love one of them. Waffle cookie sounds good, Jays. Yeah, waffle cookie sounds good. Do I collect any Liverpool sports cards? I've got a Mo collection, some cool Stevie G cards. I don't collect cards, I collect signed shirts. So for instance, this is going to sound like a flex, and I promise you it's not meant this way. It's more meant to tell you that I'm an idiot. So we were going through the wardrobe earlier on, just clearing out some stuff to make some space, as you always do. And I found 4 shirts I didn't know I had. I have a signed Dominic Szoboszlai shirt, a signed Alison Becker shirt, signed John Barnes shirt, and a signed Robbie Fowler shirt that I didn't know I had. And what makes it even scarier is the Szoboszlai shirt's from last season, and I didn't even remember I had one. Gaz said, sent an email to you and now I can send the super chat. So, happy that's worked, Gaz. I don't see the emails. It's Connor that's replied to you there and that deals with them. After we got sent all those threats and, with the police involved and stuff, I signed out of all the Anfield Agenda emails. So, if anybody is ever emailing looking for me, Connor passes on what he thinks I need to see. But other than that, I don't see them. Signed Trent shirt from last season is $224. So there's still a signed Trent Alexander-Arnold shirt leaning against the wall at the top of my stairs. My daughter, I think, is going to put it in her room or something, but I turned it facing inward so I don't even have to look at it when I walk up the stairs. What's my favourite chocolate? Marabou. Marabou chocolate. I think it's Swedish. And I think that there is another Freya, is it? Is that the other company that do the same chocolate in other parts of Scandinavia? Yeah, that's my favourite. Used to be able to get the Marabou sweets in IKEA, but now they only do the ones with dime in it, so I can't get my favourite chocolate anymore, which annoys me, because I used to love it. Every time Connor or my mother-in-law would go up to IKEA, they'd bring me back loads of tubs of those little Marabou sweets, but can't get them anymore. Will said, Craig, I think Salah is more focused on breaking the assist record than scoring. Also, if he won the Ballon d'Or, he'd be hands down the best Prem attacker, no questions. So, look, it's a tough one, Will, because last night I may have come across a bit entitled that I felt Salah should automatically win a Ballon d'Or. What I meant was more, he surely cannot finish his career in the Prem without that recognition of a Ballon d'Or. And in a season where Ousmane Dembele won it with less goal and assist contributions than Mo, it annoys me, because what I see in the comments on loads of these videos are, But Dembele won this, and this, which is fair enough. But it's not a team award. It's an individual award. And if an individual award has to be predicated by a team winning the major competitions, then what's the point? So it pisses me off because the disrespect that Mo gets, and I would go a bit further. The Prem, like, take away Rodri last year, and he won a Ballon d'Or deservedly, but also had success with Spain. Take away that, and you have to go quite a while to see some Ballon d'Or winners. Connor sent me a list earlier on that Nish Couch put up, or Couch Nish put up. So since 1968, and credit at Couch Nish for the post, at 1968, there's only been 3 players from English top division that's won a Ballon d'Or. Up until, well, including Rodri. Michael Owen in 2001, Ronaldo in 2008, and Rodri in 2024. That's nothing short of a disgrace. Nothing short of a disgrace. Because most people would say the Prem is up there as one of the premier, if not the best league in world football. So why is it consistently overlooked in the Ballon d'Or ceremony? It's nuts. Gaming Gas said top of the bell end or not list is Michael Oliver by a mile. Well, I'll be reaching out, guys, to some United fans, some City fans, Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans, Spurs fans at the end of the season to ask them to cast their vote. And by the way, no one's robbing this idea on us. We came up with it first. Let's trademark this. So yes, the bell end or not award will be dished out at Anfield Agenda at the end of the season. I'm actually going to buy a trophy for it. Didn't we have the Champions League in 1977 and 78? How can a Liverpool player not win a Ballon d'Or? So Keegan won the Champions League with Liverpool. Didn't win it. Went to Hamburg. Played there for 2 seasons. And I believe won a couple of Ballon d'Ors when he was there. It just feels like really wrong. Right, I need a couple of bits of help from you. You know we like to try to get to 1,000 likes before the game kicks off. So if you can, hit that like button for me. As Mark said in the chat there as well, no VAR tonight. So a reminder for that. All you need to do is look towards the line now. If the flag doesn't go up, we're all good. What will the trophy look like? Not sure. Let me think on it. Yeah, let me have a think about it and I'll see what I can think of. I'm thinking a whistle. There has to be a whistle somewhere. But I want to get creative with it. So let me have a think on it. Pitside FC said, Craig, the PR on Spanish clubs is insane. Also on Barca players, it takes you one good season to be a serious contender. I know. Like I said, there's a quote doing the rounds from Lamine Yamal's father saying that it's one of the biggest disgraces in the history of sport that his son didn't win the Ballon d'Or last night. That is a load of me arse, as we'd say over here in Ireland. Melvin said, I see what you're saying. Remember when Owen won the Ballon d'Or? Yep, 2001, as we were saying. But it's mad, isn't it? It's absolutely mad when you think of the great players that the Prem has had over the last 20 years. Not one of them, except Rodri last year. And I would say the Spanish success in the Euros played a big part in that. And look, I think he's a deserving winner, by the way. Buy a dildo and put a whistle around it. A purple one? Go back to the old Sky Sports transfer deadline days. Do you remember that one? They stopped letting fans in and around the reporter since those. So, for those asking, in the UK, I believe the game is on both Sky and ITV. Not sure in the rest of the world where it is on, but for me, I'll be watching it on Sky Sports tonight on Main Event. Paramount Plus in the USA. Thank you for that. The Zone in Canada, said Mike Zacharias. Thank you, Mike. Is there any other ones? Let us know. Yeah, a couple of Paramount Pluses. The Zone in Canada. Do you think Suarez 13-14 was better than Salah 17-18? Oh, it's a tough question because I'm a huge admirer of Luis Suarez. I think he's the most skillful player I've ever seen in a Liverpool shirt. Thiago will be right up there. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel dirty even answering that question. Being sport in Australia for Neon, I am. Thank you. Owen Quinn said, I'm excited to see Isak play, of course, but would have kind of liked Dan's to start. Perhaps he'll get a run out in the second half. He is on the bench, so absolutely possible. The bench, again, for those who might not know, is Kirkes, Bradley, Ekitike, Woodman, Williams, Gordon, Morrison, Pilling, and Dans. That is the Liverpool bench. Stargirl, didn't Verge look great last night? He could go into movies. Results were bad. I even disagreed with where Kane ended up in the competition. He did, and our gaffer looked very dapper as well. Arne Slot, I thought the two boys represented us well last night. We know Verge is a superstar. You know, whenever Verge rocks up, the world stands still for a minute as everybody takes in the magnificence. He's just an unbelievable dude, isn't he? Zachariah said, watching at 3 a.m. just to see Isak and Rio ball out. Well done to you, sir. We love it. Adam said, Suarez and Mo on the same level for me, just on tenacity, different positions, of course. No, you'd have to say overall, you'd edge it to Mo, though. Mo had the longevity at Liverpool and the sheer numbers season in, season out. Obviously, Luis Suarez went on, done great stuff with Barcelona as well. Part of probably one of the most famed front threes in world football with MSN. But yeah, look, I'm always going to be grateful as Liverpool fans that we've got to see. You know, let's talk about players there. Like, we've got Ian Rush, Luis Suarez, Robbie Fowler, Michael Owen, Fernando Torres, Mohamed Salah. I mean, we've been spoiled with some of the most incredible goal scorers you're ever going to see. And now we've got Isak and Ekitike for the future ahead as well. Young Jade Dan's there. Russell Bland, thank you, mate, for your membership with us as well. Said evening all. I'm on the Reds. I'm on the Reds indeed, sir. Suarez's daughter's name is an anagram of Anfield. Yes, it's Delphine or something like that. Isn't there Delphine? Something like that. Do I like candy floss? You know, I don't, Holly. I never really got the attraction of it. Do you know what else? This might be a little bit controversial. I'm putting it out there. I hate popcorn. I know, I'm in the minority. Everybody else in my house loves it. I don't get it. Don't get it. What's the point of it? You know? It doesn't fill you. It does nothing. It's just me. Don't see it. Now, there used to be one bag of popcorn that I liked. My mum used to get Manhattan white cheddar cheese popcorn in a blue bag when I was younger. That was all right. I didn't mind that. That had a decent flavour to it. But yeah, no, I'm not a popcorn fan. You'll never see me in the cinema eating popcorn or that, and I just don't get it. It just feels like I could be eating crisps. Why am I eating popcorn? You know what I mean? If you said to me, Craig, you're going in cinema, here's a super tub of popcorn or a bag of Cheetos. Give me the Cheetos every day of the week. Every day of the week. Connor said, cinema popcorn's great, pure salt. Nah, man, I'm still going to have me cheesy nibbles or something instead. Or I'd even prefer a bag of dry roasted peanuts or something. Gaming Gas said, chocolate frog bars, do you remember them? You mean Freddos? Because I don't remember any other chocolate frog bars that I can think of, dude. Yeah. Other than Freddo, I can't think of any other, mate. Do you remember Freaky Foot ice creams? Oh, I love them. With the chocolate toe and the raspberry ripple going through them. They were incredible. I should really do a food podcast or something. Because it's probably... somebody asked me the other day will they do content around non-Liverpool games, and I said I just don't have the enthusiasm when it isn't Liverpool as much. I could probably do it with food. I could do a food... look, I know the world doesn't need another food review thing, but I reckon I could add new dimension to it, because I think there's a few things I could throw in that I think I could shake the food world up a bit there. Stargirl said, good to see Reece on the bench. Normally this is where I'd say, yeah, but honestly, I can't believe he's still at the club. If I'm being really honest with you, Stargirl, I can't believe he's still a Liverpool player. Popcorn or broccoli? Oh no, popcorn easy. Easy. I mean, I don't like popcorn, but I don't hate it. Like, it's not something that winds me up, So yeah, definitely popcorn. Breaking Craig is into feet. Not particularly, Paul. No, it was just a very nice ice cream. Freaky Foot. Favorite darter, favorite darts player. Difficult one. It's Raymond van Barneveld. Obviously Phil Taylor is an absolute icon, and what Littler's doing right now is insane. So I'm gonna say my all-time favorite is probably fucking Raymond van Barneveld. But right now, Josh Rock. I love Josh Rock. I love his attitude. I love his feistiness. So yeah, probably Josh Rock right now. And before that, like I said, Raymond van Barneveld. Can you explain to an ignorant American what the draw of darts is? The drinking sounds fun. It's just atmosphere, skill. Like, think about it. These guys are standing, what? Is it 7-8 foot? Something like that? From the oche. And they're throwing this little metal thing at a board with ridiculous precision over and over and over again. And the pressure. Like, darts went to a different level when Matchroom came in and started allowing atmospheres and started allowing people to make a bit of noise. It used to be all hush and quiet when they were throwing, but it's just one of those things like boxing, maybe. So people say they like boxing, fair enough. But when you go to a boxing event or a show, it just takes it to another level. It's just being part of something in that moment, that, I don't know, unquantifiable thing that you just feel, I was there. Like, I was there when Alexander Usyk won his first ever heavyweight title, beating AJ at Spurs Stadium. I'm never going to forget that. Ever. So Mark said to me, once Georgi Mamardashvili starts the game today, he'll be the first ever Georgian player to play for Liverpool and the 50th different nationality to play for Liverpool. Thank you, Mark, for that as well. Mike said the WDC is the best sporting event I've been to. Oh, Mike, yeah, Mike, when he was over, went to, I think was it the semis or the quarters, Mike, if I remember correctly? Went to the World Arts Championships in Ali Pali, and as he said, best sporting event he's been to. It's just mental. It's just so much fun. It really is. And it's so accessible. What I love about the darts is, and the UFC are great at this as well, is making the athletes, if you can call them that, accessible to people. You look at them and think, yeah, that could be my mate, my dad, my brother, me. They're just working class heroes. It's just great. I love it. My dad was a big darts player growing up, and was very good, to be honest with you. Won lots of trophies and weirdly always played on 19s, which I found weird. But yeah, my dad got me into boxing and darts when I was a kid. Football I found myself. But my dad got me into boxing and darts and stuck with me my whole life. So my mum also had an influence on my life. And do you want to hear the most... See, some people call this embarrassing. I'm proud of it. I'm a huge Garth Brooks fan. Huge. Love him. But that's thanks to my mum. Because my mum got me into some country music and my mum got me listening to Garth Brooks. And still to this day, I would say that maybe outside of the Oasis concerts, Garth Brooks was the best concert I've ever went to. Right, let's get back to footy. Bransfield, don't worry, bro. I haven't forgotten about you. I have another box starting to be filled up with stuff for you as well. I was waiting for some new mugs to come back in, to be honest with you, mate, because we ordered a set of mugs. They came and I wasn't happy with them, so I wouldn't send them out to anybody. So I wanted to get some new mugs to make sure when I send one over to you, it's decent. Pataya said, I attended WrestleMania 24 in Orlando, Florida. Was an experience like no other. I've been to a couple of wrestling shows, nothing that big, only ones in Ireland, and they were great spectacles. They really were. Yeah, they were great. Piteside said, in my country, Super Chat is not available, but thanks to Surfshark, I'm buying you a coffee. Keep up the good work. Well, I really appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. And thank you for the workaround as well. So, we've got lots of people in the chat now. Sorry, I need to cough. Lots of people in the chat now. So, I want to just remind you, we are giving away, with thanks to our friends at the Collector's Corner, who we hope to work with long term on more giveaways, we're giving away this signed and framed Diogo Jota memorial shirt to one person. If you would like to enter, go over to the Anfield Agenda Instagram account for the information on what to do and how to enter that giveaway. We'll be running it right up until the Chelsea game when we'll announce the winner just before the October international break. Thank you again to our friends at the Collector's Corner. If you would like to win it, there's a link pinned to the top of the chat. Or you can just go across to the Anfield Agenda Instagram account. And best of luck to everybody. It is open to everybody. Bullseye Gamer said, good to see Williams make the bench up the Reds. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Joseph Reinhardt said, hey, Craig, do you sell any merch? Love the channel and watch every video. So, the thing is, Joseph, we've done a couple of little bits. But, this is going to sound so beta. There's two things is the answer. One, it's very difficult to find a supplier that can get the quality that we want to send out. And we don't really have the ability or the time to search because Anfield Agenda is me and Connor and a part-time social media manager and my wife that does a lot of the running around and other bits. That's it. That's our team. Other channels would have 12 plus people working at them. We've kept our team small on purpose. So when I say, for instance, somebody will say to me, Craig, come to South Africa. When I say, you get me a venue sorted and I'll be over there, I'm not lying. We just don't have the ability, time or resources to sort it all out. But the most defining reason why we don't have merch comes back to my self-esteem and me saying, I don't get why people watch. I don't get why people are here. I don't get why you're part of... Well, I get why you're part of the community, but I don't get what you see in me, and I don't get what you see here. So the idea of me saying, here's some shit for you to buy from us, it just feels egotistical, and that I'm undeserving to sell merchandise. That's the honest answer. But one thing we are selling, and because we're giving the money to charity, to Joe's Wheelchair Basketball Fund, we are going to be doing our last ever live show. So if you want to come and see us, you know what to do. You can get your tickets. We're at the Hot Water Comedy Club in Liverpool for our last ever live show on the 19th of October. Tickets with the link in the description. There are, I think there's about 50 tickets remaining, something like that. So if you want to get them, make sure you get them, because we aren't doing any more shows after this. And all the money that we raise from it, we're sending to the GoFundMe for Joe's wheelchair basketball chair. The last show we did in Liverpool, in May, we donated all the money from that show to the fund for the victims of the crash from the parade as well. So it's not a money raiser for us. That's why we do these, because we donate money to causes. And because the pleasure I get from the live shows is meeting you and saying thank you. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for your support of our channel. Thank you for being here. So, Arne Slot, thank you, Keane, sending this on to me. Arne Slot has confirmed Isak won't be playing the full 90 tonight. But, you know, even if he does 55, 60, I'll be happy. Just looking forward to seeing him out there. Can you tell me why Wirtz is not on the team? He needs to play. I'd say, Tim, the answer is probably rest, mate. You know, if you look at the season, and, you know, he's obviously an international as well, playing with Germany, this is just a chance for Arne to give the guys a breather. You know, we've got so many international players. We're going to be playing twice a week most of the season. And I get what you're saying. You are right. The rhythm, you know, more minutes in English football won't be a bad thing. But I do understand why the manager has rested the big hitters tonight. Apart from, obviously, Isak, who really needs the minutes. You're the best, Craig. South Africa, best channel. Thank you, Justin. I want to get to South Africa, mate. I really do. Yeah, the only country we can travel to is America, because for some reason, well, you know the reason, we can't get an ESTA visa to go to America, myself and Connor, because of the last show. So that's ruled out for us. But Canada, South Africa, would love to do a meet and greet over there with you guys. If you can sort me a supporters club that would have us, we'll be there. Ollie said we watch because we like you. Thank you, man. But look, like I said, I even, like, if I could sit you into my psychologist appointments that I go to, you know, you'd hear me say the same thing. I feel like a fraud. You know, I don't get it. I don't think much of myself, so I find it hard to believe others do. But, you know, that's why my work rate is so high. I want to make sure that I keep grinding this out, because I don't believe in me. But for some reason, others seem to, and I always will appreciate that. Also, I need your help on this. So, as you can see, I need to lose weight. No surprise there. And I think I've told you before many times, I lost loads of weight in the past. I lost 103 pounds at one point, went from 20 stone down to 90 or to 12 stone something. And I want to lose more weight. And I've been given the go-ahead to start the injections. You know, Wegovy, I think, is the brand name of the ones. But I'm unsure what to do, because it feels like the lazy way out. And I've never been somebody who takes shortcuts in life. You know, the last time I worked out, I cut calories, I did loads of shit. But my life's getting busier. I'm getting older. And I'm in a quandary with it. Like, it feels like cheating. It feels like cheating. And I don't know what to do, because I'm definitely not getting surgery. I'm not going down that route. So I've had all the tests and I've been cleared for it. But I told the doctor I wanted a few more weeks to just sit on it and think, because I don't know. I'm so unsure on it. Explore vegetarianism. Mate, I don't eat vegetables. I don't, dude. I don't. What do I think the score will be? 3-1 was my prediction. I was on Manjaro, lost 2 stone. Just be careful, you may be fatigued. Thank you, Haley. So my thought process would be, obviously, to do it with a change in lifestyle as well. You know, I wouldn't do these things and then keep doing the same shitty things. My thought process would be to help me kickstart it, the weight loss, and then, of course, to introduce the exercise, the calorie deficits, the better eating. because I feel like if I'm accountable to somebody, so let's say I share the journey with you guys, if I'm accountable to you, I feel that will keep me more focused. Right, let's get some chats that I've missed sorted. 1 second, folks. We've 10 minutes or so to go till kickoff. We're only 35 likes away from the 1,000 we need. So if you can, folks, do hit that like button for me. Where was I at? Jay, how are we, dude? Member with us for 9 months. Absolute legend. Excited for the game. You'll never walk alone. Thank you, Jay, and fingers crossed we get the win. Lolly, a hot lemon in the morning makes you lose weight. So yeah, been there, mate. Honestly, did it. Even took PLJ as a child growing up. I know the science to lose weight. Like I said, I've lost 103 pounds. I understand calorie deficits, ketosis, lots of other stuff. But it's the mental aspect of it I'm struggling with at the minute. Tom, thank you, mate. Tom Judge, appreciate you. Lovely profile picture as well, mate. Wesley, I have a few friends that are on the injections and they're working great. One friend is down 80 pounds in 6 months. Thank you for that, Wesley. Look, I've seen mixed things on it. I know friends who've tried it who it didn't work for. They felt very sick. I know others who it has worked for. What about a treadmill? Just do a light run? Absolutely. Look, exercise will become part of this process no matter what happens. You know, I'm not going to sit here and think, yeah, I'm going to eat chocolate and crisps and take the jabs. Like, it has to be part of a lifestyle change or it's just going to be a short-term thing. Carl said, I used to be a personal trainer. If you need any help, don't hesitate to contact me. If I can help, such a shame I don't get closer to you. That's lovely of you, Carl. And you've been nothing but a good friend to me and a supporter of our community since day one. Thankfully, in that regard, I'm lucky. My wife goes to a gym with great people in it who've offered to help out as well. And it will be part of the process, of course. Billy Beckner said, Craig, seriously, £100 is so impressive. Wish I could do something like that. It just started with, you know, one day, one step. You know, I used to go get weighed every week in the local pharmacy. I was drinking shakes to make sure I got the right amount of calories, but not too many. I was in ketosis. You know, it was a process. And it took me about 7 or 8 months, but got there. And then COVID came. And when COVID came along and we were all stuck indoors, the weight crept up and kept creeping up. And yeah, now, like I've said before, I can't even go to the bathroom with the light on because I turned the light off so I don't have to look at myself. I know that sounds petty and pathetic, but you know me in here, I'm always honest. Try the sauna and keep doing what you're doing. Great, mate. Thank you, Harry. Appreciate you. How much have you lost by talking shit? Love you. Probably a lot. Probably lost a lot of subscribers from talking shit as well, Harv. Jeff Lou said, first Isak goal is a red, calling it now. I hope so. I really, really do. And I'm right there with you. I'm super confident he gets his goal tonight as well. Joseph Purvis said, walking is underrated exercise. It's easy and good. So, here's the thing, Joseph. As you know, I suffered with agoraphobia in the past. And when I lost the weight, one of the lucky things for me was remember I said to you for 2 years I lived in the arsehole of nowhere. I had no internet, nothing. So I used to have empty fields everywhere that I could go walking the dog and running in. And the walking turned into a jog and the jog then turned into a run over time. And so now where I live, I'm in more of a town. And as the channel has grown, more people know you, stop you, talk to you, which is always lovely. But it just adds to my anxiety to go out to do these things, you know? Back then it was, oh look, Craig's just having a little run. But now it's, oh look, there's Fat Anfield Agenda or whatever. You know, it just feels, I feel more self-conscious. Corbin, do you see the Vault made a thing with him getting asked questions. He basically said, Liverpool fan. Oh, yeah, I've got them all here for you, Corbin. Let me read them through them for you, mate. We've all those Nick Vault-mada questions, because I found it hilarious reading them as well. One sec. All he was basically short of doing was saying, give me a striker from Sweden. Yeah, here they are. So, away stadium I'm looking forward to playing in, Anfield. He said, Jurgen Klopp was there a long time, Germany, everybody likes him, so I think playing at Liverpool will be nice. He said, favourite player in the Premier League ever, Ronaldo was amazing, but maybe Steven Gerrard. To be honest, I always played with him on FIFA and he had an amazing shot. I like players with full intensity. Also, he said, toughest defender I'm going to come up against, Virgil van Dijk. And he said, most talented player I've played with, Florian Wirtz. For me, such an amazing player. I like his playing style, looking so smooth and creative in the national team. He's the best player I've played with. So yeah, basically Vault-mada has let us know he's a red. Tom said, my friend lost 3 stone on the jab and now off it, worth a go. Thank you, Tom. And I'm delighted for your friend, mate. I'm glad it worked well. Long-term health is everything. Jab it. It is, Philip. And look, I'm an asthmatic. That's my inhaler. But what I noticed when I lost the weight, Philip, was my breathing was way better. It didn't go away, but I used my inhalers and stuff a lot less. Edits. Soccer. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you. Right, ladies and gents, the teams are in the tunnel. Big Georgie looking magnificent. I'm going to walk you through the teams again in a minute. In case anybody needs to hear it, you are loved. Yes, you all are. Very good point, Harv. I'm glad you made it. You know me, folks. I'm a big softie on here. And El Harvo's right. You are all loved. You are all special. And no matter what the world tries to do, break us down, online trolls be arseholes, you are all lovely people. You are all loved. You are all special. And love always wins. Always wins. That's one thing we got to keep saying. Love always wins. Because there's enough hate, anxiety and frustration out there in the world. Yeah. Make people smile. That's the one thing I've always said to you. Even if I go to a supermarket, I always try to just make someone smile with something stupid. Because I know when I've been suffering, that can be a difference maker. You know, a small, kind little word in a day, or somebody making you laugh when you're not feeling great. It really does make a difference. Connor, who, by the way, is doing great. You know what? We've never spoken about this publicly, but Connor's lost 20 kilos. And he's now running half marathons and running. He said, lost about 20 kilos and haven't had any reflux since. Used to get it the whole time. Crazy how your body just functions better over time. Yeah. And Connor, if we look back to the pictures of me and Connor together and stuff, you can see his gradual weight loss. And okay, he was never heavy. But, you know, he's looking great now and feeling all the better for it. Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get rocking with the team news for today. So, let's start with Southampton. It's Alex McCarthy in goal. Then it's Yellert, Edwards, Wood, Quarshie and Manning making up their back 5. Midfield of Cienza, Yandor, Downs and Archer. And then up top is Adam Armstrong. For Liverpool, in goal, Georgie Mambardashvili. Right back, Jeremy Frimpong. Left back, Andy Robertson. Your centre-back pairing, Joe Gomez and Giovanni Leone. In midfield, Curtis Jones, Wataru Endo and Trey Leone. Up top, Isak Central. We have Young Rio Ngamoa on the left and Federico Chiesa on the right. Liverpool bench, Milos Kerkez, Connor Bradley, Ugo Ekitike, Freddie Woodman, Reece Williams, Kate Gordon, Kieran Morrison, Tommy Pilling and Jaden Dans. Also, a reminder, if you'd like to enter a giveaway to win this framed and signed Diogo Jota shirt with courtesy of our friends at the Collector's Corner, who I have personally bought lots of memorabilia from and can rate them really highly, make sure you go across to the Anfield Agenda Instagram account. And don't worry, if you don't win the competition as well, we will have a nice little discount for you on future orders from our friends there at the Collector's Corner. Right. Edit Soccer said, hey bro, thanks for All love you. Thank you, sir. Right back to you. Appreciate your support and being here with us. Retrozoid said, is the jab safe? I've been considering it because I've lost weight but need to lose more. So my doctor, I would trust like my mother. You know, I have a great relationship with my doctor. I've been going to see her for, 15 years now. And she's very mammy-like in that if I'm talking shit, she'll call me out. But she felt very comfortable talking to me about it, what it does, explaining it to me. So I would say, is it safe? Yes, but nothing is 100%. So certainly say talk to your medical advisor, your doctor, your nurse or whatever. But if there was any doubts, I know my doctor wouldn't recommend it to me if she had any worries for me. Right, the club, now rightly, just having a moment's silence for Matt Beard, former Liverpool women's team manager, former Chelsea women's team manager, former Millwall middle team manager, West Ham women's team manager, who sadly passed away this week, aged 47. Our love, thoughts, best wishes and condolences to everybody that knew Matt Beard, that was coached by him, everybody at the club, everyone that was friends to him and his family as well. Sending love. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get underway. And again, may he rest in peace, Mr. Matt Beard. Raging Cajuns, they're the best Liverpool channel in the world. Let's go Reds. I'm so excited for the game. Thank you, sir. Also, what a cool story it is the Southampton manager Will Still. Started out on Football Manager. Used to get fined every time he was coaching in France because he hadn't got the licence. His club was fined. Now here he is coaching Southampton in England. What a story that is as well for Will Still. Absolutely brilliant. Right, ladies and gents, we're about to get underway. The Reds attacking the Annie Road end in the first half. Sit back, relax, and I will take you through the next 90 minutes. No VAR today, and we will go straight to penalties if it's a draw. Joe Gomez knocks the ball out long right-hand side. And we're off. Here we go. I'm so excited to see the lads out there today, especially the likes of Isak, Leone, and Gamoa. Southampton throw in far side of the pitch. They go back to their keeper. Let's see how much ambition they show. Southampton trying to play their way out from the back. Liverpool press comes in. Jones pinches it back, wins it early doors. Isak! Oh! I thought that was his moment. Isak forces a save from Alex McCarthy and it goes over the bar. I thought that was it. I thought we were going to get an Isak goal within the first minute. We are coming up to 1 minute now. It is 1 minute and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Yeah, Isak's strike forces McCarthy into the save and it goes behind. Could have had it in 1 minute. Hopefully he gets more chances. So close. Liverpool corner anyway. They go short with it. Working an angle. Cross in. Headed away by Southampton. Oh. They try to counter. Liverpool out of position. Southampton have two men on the attack. Bodies coming back from Liverpool. They try a strike. It's blocked by Jones. Well done, Curtis. He spins his way out of trouble. Ball into Endo. Endo works it across to Giovanni Leone. Out now right hand side to Frimpong. Come on, the Reds. He goes down the line to Isak, who lets it go out of play because he would have been offside. Reminder, no VAR involved tonight. Just need to look at the linesman. So close that. Oh, I bet you when he hit it, he thought he'd scored as well. Alex McCarthy did well to get a touch on it and knock it over the bar, but almost for Isak. Goal kick from Southampton. Goes out of play. Liverpool throw in. Andy Robertson to take it. Endo. Oh, he's dispossessed. Come on, Endo. Southampton edge of the box. Tried to get a strike away. Southampton still in possession. Cross in. Leone heads it. And a second time heads it behind for a corner. That all came from Endo being dispossessed on the edge of her own penalty area. He needs to protect the ball better than that. Right, Southampton corner now. On the far side, Cop end. Been a bright start to the game. Southampton certainly don't feel like they're coming to just sit back and defend. They are getting forward. Corner comes in. Flicked away at the near post. Second ball's up in the air. And it'll be another Southampton corner. Armstrong this time. Liverpool players were appealing for an offside that wasn't given. It'll be another Southampton corner on the far side. Two big men for Southampton here on the edge of the area. In comes the corner now. Cleared away, well done. Joe Gomez gets ahead on a second ball though. Back with Southampton. Try a strike from distance. Straight at Georgi Mamardashvili, who gets his body behind it and makes the save. Quick release then to him. Out to Rio Engamoa, who cuts inside. He's dispossessed. Come on, boys. If Southampton are going to persist on this playing out from the back, then our press could have some joy tonight. As we've seen early doors with that Isak chance. Ball played in behind there. Giovanni Leone doing his best Virgil van Dijk impression to just calmly bring it under control. He seems very assured, this young man. It's good to see. Ball into Jones. Endo. Back to Gomez. Misplaced pass by Joe, putting Leone under pressure. Now we've turned it over again. Needs to be crisper than that, Joe. Good movement again from Southampton. Getting bodies forward. Ball into the left channel. Cross pulled back. Armstrong forces a one-handed save from Georgi Mamardashvili. Southampton the ones making the early going here. Armstrong had a good shot. Georgi Mamardashvili makes a good strong save with his right hand. Still Southampton in possession. Yep, Gomez is too relaxed, Alex. I agree. That was not great. And now he puts one over the crossbar for another corner to Southampton. Southampton starting 100 miles an hour here. Good save from Georgie on the initial one. But yeah, two all comes from Joe Gomez, giving the ball away in the middle of the pitch. And the other attack came from Endo giving it away. Fast pace though, I'm enjoying this start. Another corner here, Southampton. Ball in deep. Second ball breaks. Frimpong, he's dispossessed. Into the right channel again. Southampton put a cross in. Joe Gomez clears it. To Rio Engamoa. To Andy Robertson. Ball in field from him to Endo. Opens up a little bit of space. Endo now. Pitch opens up in front of him. Got options left or right. Switch of play here from Liverpool right to left, but doesn't make it all the way to Rio Engamoa. Second ball's there from though. Go on, Rio. Go on. Go on. Take him on. Back to Andy Robertson. Across to Giovanni Leone. Joe Gomez. Robbo to Rio. Leone comes short from, plays a little 1-2. It's now back with Andy Robertson. Joe Gomez. Across to his centre-back partner Leone, just inside Southampton's half, right side. Joe. 1-2 with Curtis Jones. Again, Liverpool trying to draw Southampton onto them here. Leone. Good protection of the ball from him. Goes back to Joe Gomez. Giovanni Leone. Frimpong. Do people need me to sync again, by the way? I'm seeing a couple of people in the chat mention it. If you want me to sync up again. The reason we sync, by the way, is because if you're ahead of me, then you can pause it and then we can all be on the same time frame to watch it. Brighton have gone 1-0 up already against Barnsley in their game. Just seen that come up here on Sky. Good strike as well. Good strike. Right, I'll sync up at 9 minutes again, just in case people need me to. Endo wins the ball in the middle of the park. Robertson. Back to Giovanni Leone. Endo. Gomez. Robbo. Still Liverpool, just trying to draw Southampton on. We're in our own half here. Move it out right channel. We're coming up now to 9 minutes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lazy from Frimpong that. Should not be caught offside, that simple. Right in front of the linesman as well. Free kick Southampton. 2-0 now to Brighton, the chat are saying. Wow, they really have started quickly in that one. Away from home against Barnsley as well. Southampton here, still trying to play it out from the back. They switch the ball now out into the left channel where there is space, but it doesn't get to its man. Goes out, it'll be a Liverpool throw-in. Leone. To Joe Gomez. Endo. Robertson now. To Rio. Go on, Rio. Take him on. Can't quite keep the ball in play, though. On the sideline, it goes out for Southampton throw-in. I don't like how slowly we're moving the ball through midfield. Every time Gomez and Endo gets on the ball, it's too slow for my liking. They're always looking sideways or for a simple pass. Not enough penetration, not enough trying to move it through the lines. It is still early doors, but I think we can be a bit quicker in possession through the middle. Ball back now with McCarthy. Interesting if we get a penalty. Surely it'll be Isak that takes it if we were to get one. Robertson now. Leone to Frimpong. Again, an awful pass. Straight to a Southampton player. Wake up. Leone now has it for Liverpool. Frimpong needs to just be a little bit more alert. He's been caught offside and then it was a slack pass. It was only a 5-yard pass as well, but he gives it straight to a Southampton player. Leone now for the Reds. Out to Frimpong. There was a bit of space ahead of him. Not much movement ahead of him. Come on, boys. Where are the numbers? Again, he passes it straight to a Southampton player. And Endo's forced to foul. That's twice in a minute. Frimpong needs to wake up. Come on, boys. You would have to say, if we're talking about who started sharper, it would be Southampton, who look like they're zipping the ball around with more confidence. Now it's time for Frimpong to be dispossessed. What is he doing? He's just not at it today. What are we, only 12 and a half minutes in? He's given away possession 3 times in the space of 2 minutes. Jacko said the midfield seems to lack a bit of control. Just shows you again how valuable a player Gravenberch has become for us. 100% agree, Jacko. You can see the difference in him and Endo. And that's why I keep saying to people when they say Endo can play, I keep saying it's such a huge drop-off and difference in how we play if Endo's there instead of Gravenberch, because they just can't play the position the same. Jones, back to Georgie. Robbo. So you know what's going to happen now, right? Frimpong's going to do something amazing because we've been calling him out for some stuff. That's usually the way this happens. Gomez. Across to Robbo. That's just nothing here. We're not going to have any penetration, just moving the ball sideways, letting them get back into shape. Ball played out, looking for Chiesa. This is where you miss a Wirtz, an Elliott, a Maka, somebody to drop in between the 2 lines to give an option to the centre-backs or the midfielders. What you've seen there is a back 5 and a midfield 4 from Southampton, shifting side to side, backwards, forward, as a unit, trying to just keep in Isak and our wide plays. But nobody is dropping into the space between both sets of the lines, giving an option to our midfield. Again, pressure on, boys. Come on. Southampton trying to play their way out. Eventually, we force them to go long. Leone does well, wins that header. Gomez, wakey, wakey, Joe. Come on. Goes back to Georgie. Can I do the United Strand challenge? No. My missus would divorce me, mate, if I let my hair grow. Plus, I'd have already shaved mine at this point because Liverpool have won 5 in a row. I wonder how long that young man's hair will be growing for. Southampton have it again now. Frimpong out of position this time as he was dragged in centrally. Come on, boys. The game is in Brighton. The Brighton one. I'm sure that they're away against Barnsley, mate. If I'm wrong, I apologise, but it showed up as an away scoreline. Look at this again. Southampton, the ones moving the ball quicker. Cut inside. Frimpong stays with his man. Eventually, the ball goes through to Georgie Mamardashvili. Oh, Everton 1-0 down. Wolves 1, Everton 0. Did you hear about the idiot pulling the United Strand's hair? And have I seen the video? I haven't seen the video, David, no, but leave the dude alone. You know, I don't know the United Strand, but, you know, leave fucking... People are weird. Why would you go and pull anybody's hair? For any reason, like... There'll be kids in a playground, like, trying to kiss somebody. That's weird. Robbo. ball in behind looking for Rio and Gamoa, but it's just not there. What we seem to be missing is the quality to give some service to the front line at the minute. Because other than Jones in that midfield, he's trying, but we're not going to see much from Endo in that regard. And it seems like we're trying to go directly from back to front. Georgie comes out, does well, sweeper keeper clears his lines. He pulled his head to the ground and started yanking it, saying stuff like, fuck off, you're not a real fan. Arseholes. And again, what right has somebody got to do that to another fella? And who is the other gobshite to say if somebody is or isn't a fan? So I hope the United Strand gent is alright, because nobody should have that crap happen to them. Leone heads it down to Gomez. Well, Frimpong's the ball, lads. Move it quicker. Frimpong's the ball. Move it. This is... Jones. Oh, again, ball zipped in this time. It's flicked on by Chiesa, but it's too close to McCarthy. But you just aren't moving the ball anywhere near quickly enough. Back with Alex McCarthy again. He launches it long. Southampton get a flick on. They're offside. Flags up against them. I mean, I don't know what he's looking at, mate. You're 2 or 3 yards off. Linesman spot on. The second runner maybe was closer, but he was definitely off. Frimpong. Endo. Back to Frimpong. Like, every time we go backwards like that, all we're doing is letting Southampton reset into formation. Endo again. Too many fucking touches, mate. There's no need for it. Diogo Jota, 20-minute mark. Obviously, I can't clap the whole way through. It'll be horrible for you guys to hear me clapping non-stop. But we are at the time of the game where we show our love and respect for Diogo and his passing, and of course Andre as well. Gomez to Leone. Chiesa into Isak. Isak out now to Frimpong into the right channel. Back to Endo, and here we go backwards again. Fuck's sake. Jones. Endo. Back to Curtis Jones. Need to get Jones on the ball more. Jones, Leone, Robertson. Rio now. Look, no support there with him. Somebody needs to get out and help Rio. Every time Rio gets the ball, he's 2 men with him. Nobody making a diversion run. Nobody going in the overlap. Nobody trying to take a defender away. Jones into Endo. Endo out to Frimpong. Back to Endo. Leone. Jones. Cross to Gomez. Andy Robertson. To Rio. Again, he's 2 men there and not one Liverpool player trying to do anything. Leone. Frimpong. Goes to the byline. Pulls it back. Ball goes out for a goal kick. Chiesa and Liverpool look very confused, thinking that was a corner. At least Frimpong has a go here, runs at them. I mean, looked like a corner to me. Angie said, do we want to win this game? So far, we're not doing anything. Again, yeah. It's just the intensity levels are... Oh my days, what a goal in the Brighton game. Holy shit. Just seen Brighton's third goal. Absolute stunner of a strike. Oh my days. Brighton 3-0 up already. And we're at home here struggling to get into gear. That Brighton third goal was... Whew, unbelievable strike. Ball into Isak now. In the channel. Nobody with him. Goes back. Strike! Alex McCarthy makes the save. Unlucky. Chiesa this time with a strike. And McCarthy gets in and makes the save. Better, lads. Good link-up play from Isak. Flag stayed down, but he was offside. Gomez now to Jones. Robertson. Chiesa. Chiesa's starting to pick up little pockets of space now. He's starting to roam a bit more, which has given us an option. Endo. Leone. Somebody needs to get in the centre of that 4 Southampton players and give an option there. Robertson. To Rio. He's brought down. Gomez. Leone. Tries to go to Isak. Second ball, boys. Second ball. Well done, Endo. Square it off. Chiesa. Oh, let's move it quicker. Falls to Rio. Robbo on the overlap. Rio gives it to him. Ball in. Played by Southampton. Liverpool corner. Come on, boys. Right, here we go. Corner for Liverpool. 25 minutes gone. Still scoreless at Anfield. I'll get to that in a second, man. We've gone short with the corner. 1-2 to Chiesa. Ball back in. Headed away by Southampton. There's a foul on the edge of the box. Another Frimpong foul. Jumps into the back of the Southampton player. Frimpong needs to wake up. He's not at the races today. Getting rested, a man, is the answer. So we're going to play so many games, mate. Agree that he could probably do with the repetition, but Arna just needs to have a chance to rest the lads, because we've got 3 away games in a row now coming up. Crystal Palace Saturday, over to Galatasaray Tuesday, and then back down to London for Chelsea again. So I think he's just giving the lads a chance to get a rest. Well done, Leone. Stepping in, good defending. Well done, sir. Ball eventually goes out, and it'll be a Southampton throw-in on the near side. Southampton. Ball up the line again. Endo was in there covering for Frimpong, is now back into position. Southampton move it into our left channel. Cross in. Yes, Georgie comes out, cuts out that cross, makes a good diving catch. But again, look at the space there. It's way too much of it. Way too much, too open. Jones. Chiesa. Again. He's challenged. Throwing Liverpool. It's taken quickly. I don't need to see Will still. I want to see the fucking game, Sky. I hate when they do that. Ball's in play and Sky cameraman's off at one of the managers. I want to see the ball when it's in play. Leone. Chiesa. Gomez. Again, lackadaisical. Gomez to Leone. Look at Frimpong again. He's so wide, but he's in an offside position. Step back. Robertson forced back to Georgi Mamardashvili. Gomez. Leone. Out to Leone. Isak. Frimpong. Right. You've space now, mate. Run into it. Down the line to Isak. He spins inside. Goes back to Leone. Gomez. Robertson. Lads, this is just nonsense. Get it forward. Jesus Christ. Jones. Rio. Jones again. We're forced backwards once more. Endo. Rio and Gamoa. He cuts in field. To Leone. Leone now. Gomez gone for the Hollywood pass out to Chiesa. That's cut out and intercepted by Southampton. Endo heads it to himself. He's brought down, free kick Liverpool. It's not been a great start, lads. Pretty much coming up to the half-hour mark now, and you'd have to say Southampton probably edged, being the better side so far, still scoreless. Right, free kick from Robbo, cross in. Southampton head it behind, and they'll keep it in play, actually. Cleared long, would be coming straight back at them. Frimpong has it. To Leone, back to Frimpong. Gomez. Into Rio and Gamoa in the left channel. Back to Robertson. To Rio. How come Robbo's not going on the underlapping runs here to give Rio... Chiesa. Strike! Blocked. Yeah, Robbo's just static when Rio gets the ball. He's not going around him or underlapping him. He's just leaving him out there with two men to try and get past. Endo. Back to Gomez. Out to Frimpong. And look, not a soul near him to give him an option. For fuck's sake. And Lincoln have gone 1-0 up against Chelsea, by the way. So Chelsea losing as well against Lincoln. Frimpong. Wide right. Cross, mate. Cross. Oh, ball breaks. Isak. Looking for options. There's not many there with him. He keeps it in on the far side. Back to Leone. Gomez. Cross in. Oh, nearly 1-0 Southampton. Cross in, Archer goes to the near post. I think there's a touch in it from Gomez that puts it behind. Yep, it was. Almost went in as well. Comes off Gomez. Oh, it's half a yard wide, thankfully for us. Corner in. Well done, Georgie. Comes and claims it. Rolled out to Robbo. 33 minutes on the clock, still scoreless. Robbo to Rio. Rio cuts in field well. Nobody near him to support him though. Back to Neone. Jones tries to slide the ball through to Isak, but you can see that a mile away. Southampton now, thankfully, they run straight into Andy Robertson and we have the ball back. When you said you bet and Gomez score, did you specify which side? I've often wondered, Marty, why they don't include own goals and goal scorer bets as a good promo thing. You know, because they have so many little extra bonuses like subs come on and stuff like that. Why not lash own goals down so they count as well? This is just so passive. Endo's not at the speed of the game. Gomez isn't either. Frimpong's all over the shop out there. Chiesa, good spot. To Frimpong. Back to Endo. Slow it all down, lads. That'll do it. Go backwards again. Let them reset. Jones. To Rio. Back to Jones. Endo. Look, there's not a soul making themselves available for Leone there. Endo can't pass the ball. This is fucking shite. Endo's awful out there, lads. I'm sorry. I'm calling it as it is. He's awful. That was a simple 5-yard pass round the corner and he puts it straight at the Southampton player. He's not good enough. Well done, Giovanni. Good defender, mate. I mean, there's not really much in the way of midfield options on the bench. Kieran Morrison, Pilling, Cade Gordon. He's more of a winger. Jones to Robertson. Back to Jones. I think we should explore CDM in January. Well, this is what I've been saying. The drop off from Gravenberg to Endo it's just so far. Frimpong fell there. Free kick to Liverpool. Oh no, he's given a throw in. Fair enough. Robertson. What really annoys me about this performance so far is we know Isak's only getting an hour max and they're giving him fucking nothing. Robbo now intercepts it to Jones. Right, boys, turn them quickly. Robertson to Isak, who's in the left channel. Again, we're slowing it down. Go on, Alexander. Go on, mate. Head up. Oh, tries to play it across the 6-yard box, but Jones never made the run. Well done, Isak. Chiesa now. Again, look at that. Nobody supporting him. Goes back to Robertson. Goes back to Gomez. Leone. Endo. Robertson. Out to Chiesa. Rio on the overlap, mate. Give him an option. Chiesa puts in a deep cross, headed away by Southampton. Second ball. Nope. Give it straight back to Southampton. Fuck's sake. Well in. Well done. Move it quickly, Joe. Come on, well, they're out of position. Leone. Out to Rio. Into Leone now. Give and go. Slow it down again. Robbo. Jones. To Rio. At least Jones goes on the overlap to give an option. Robbo. Jones. Down to Rio. Oh, Jesus Christ. Who falls over when he gets shouldered and the ball goes behind for a goal kick. If we're being really honest about this so far, we shouldn't see Endo for the second half. Frimpong should be off and Bradley on as well. Ekatike on maybe to give another option because there's just nothing out there. It's just so one-paced and laborious. Jones is at least trying to make something happen. Chiesa's running around like a madman trying to take up places and give himself as an option. So fair play to Fede. Endo, not good enough today. Leone, struggling to get involved in the game. Frimpong, not awake. Joe Gomez, too lackadaisical. Robbo. To Leone. Out to Rio. Again, back to Robertson. Gomez. Tries to go over the top to Isak's. Too much on it and it goes through to Alex McCarthy. Tipsy Dippy said, I love slot, but our football can be boring at times. It can, but I'm not sure how much of this is on the manager's tactics versus how much of it is our players taking one too many touches and not playing the obvious quick balls into feet. See there, Frimpong, again, another one. Another time he gets the ball and loses it. Just not good enough. And now the ref brings it back for a foul. All Frimpong has done has been a liability in this match. I always tell you what I see. The man has been a liability out there. If it's not fouling, he's giving the ball away, being caught offside, just nowhere near good enough. And like, it's not like he's a kid. Him and Endo, just passengers so far in this game. Will said Jones is holding the midfield together, thank God. He's the only one out there that maybe Chiesa, that look like they're trying to do something. Leone's been Rio's been isolated every time he gets the ball. No support around him, no options, no diversion runners. Just him with two men and being told to just do it all. Hayden says this is shocking. Why didn't Slot put a midfielder? It is shocking. I can't disagree. You know, what's Isak going to learn from these? And there he is again, Gomez, giving the ball away. Now Southampton are in. And they've hit the bar. And they've headed it wide from 3 yards. We should be losing 1-0 and it would have been on Joe Gomez again. Southampton hit the crossbar and then miss a sitter of a header from 4 yards put it wide. And it's the second time Gomez has given away possession. This is just not good enough. Rio this time guilty of giving the possession away. Fuck me. Oh, here we go. Isak scores 1-0. Isak. Chiesa wins the ball. We've got it. We've got the Isak moment. He scores the goal. The Reds are 1-0 up. Fede wins the ball on the far side. Stops it going out. Squares it back to Isak. He lifts it over the keeper. And it is 1-0. Isak and Chiesa combine. There we go. Isak's off the mark in a Liverpool shirt. Southampton, architects of their own downfall, but full credit to Chiesa. So Southampton with McCarthy play the ball out. Chiesa intercepts the pass, squares it to Isak, who lifts it over the keeper, and it's 1-0. I told you if we press them, there's a mistake in them. Well done, Fede. Well done, sir. His tenacity got us that goal. Great finish from Isak as well. Lifts it around McCarthy. But I said it at the start of the game. I said it. If we press them, there's a mistake there. And McCarthy did. The press came on from Chiesa. Beautiful bit of play from him. This is top level football. Southampton go down one end, hit the crossbar, miss an open goal with a header. We go up the other end, score, and it's 1-0. But well done to Fede. Great bit of tenacity. Well done, Fede. Yes, Isak scored the goal, but that was about Chiesa. Good. We don't deserve to be winning this game. We don't, but I'm taking it, of course. Chiesa again. He's fouled. Well done, Fede. Yellow card this time. Chiesa and Jones have been the only ones really out there looking to make stuff happen. Robbo to Rio. Look, Rio, Neone, of course we give these guys a pass. They're learning on the job. They're young players. So you won't hear me being as critical of the youngsters out there because they're learning their trade. But the senior pros, your Endos, your Jones, or excuse me, not Jones, your Endos, your Gomez, just not good enough. Better from Endo there, though. Why, ref, why are you bringing it back? Why don't we get an advantage? Yes, ref, it was a foul, but we played through the advantage. Jacko said that's a massive 2-goal swing. Definitely, sir. Definitely. Frimpong now. Look at it again. Fuck me. 1 minute of added time, which the ref plays and blows up. Right at the end of the half, once again, Frimpong in possession right side, plays it straight to a Southampton player. Take him off at half time, please, Arna. Take him off. Right, let's get into the chat. At half time, somehow Liverpool are ahead thanks to Chiesa and Isak, but delighted for Isak, gets his moment, but I gotta say, well done to Fede. Well done to him. His tenacity and anticipation got that ball, and a beautiful bit of work to square it. So, I'm going to give you my take on the first half, and then of course we'll ask you for yours. Before I do, a little reminder. We are giving away, with thanks to our friends at the Collector's Corner, a signed and framed Diogo Jota shirt. Get yourself over to the Anfield Agenda Instagram to find out full details on how you can enter. Right, ladies and gents, you know me, I'm going to call it like I see it. First half, Mamardashvili, faultless. Can't really complain anything he's done. Right side, Frimpong, not at the races. Don't know why, love the guy. Not at the races, giving away possession too much, liability. Two central defenders, I think Leone has done well for his first ever game. Gomez looks pedantic, he looks slow, he's been giving away possession, he's been caught on the ball twice, not good enough. Left back, Andy Robertson, he's done nothing wrong, but he's playing within himself. And what I'd love to know is, why is Andy Robertson not going to support Rio when he gets the ball? He keeps staying in position. He's not distracting by going on an underlapping or overlapping run, taking a defender with him. He's standing there. So Rio's always up against two men. So that's difficult. Moving into the centre of the park, Curtis Jones really trying to make stuff happen. Fair play. Putting himself as an option, getting around the pitch. Only one in that midfield that makes it look like he's trying to keep things ticking. Endo, not good enough. Not good enough by a long, long, long way. Not good enough. Leone, like I said, a kid learning his trade. Not great, but again, a kid, understandable. Front line, Isak speaks for itself. Little service gets a goal. Talking about Chiesa, brilliant. Brilliant. Dropping left, dropping right. Trying to be the creator. Trying to find space. Really impressed with him. And Rio on the other side, like I said, he's up against two men all the time. Nobody's supporting him. Nobody giving him an option. So he's been asked to do a lot. That's my take on the first 45 minutes. So now over to you guys. Chad said, I was disappointed that we lost Diaz. Energy he brought in every game. Chiesa is the new energy man. Yeah, he's been brilliant. If this does not put Fede back in Arna's thinking, I don't know what else will. Because he has been top-notch out there. Gaming Gas said, not great in Liverpool, very bad first half. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, mate. Just so much there that could have been better. And like Jacko said a minute ago, we're talking about a 2-goal swing there. They hit the bar, miss an open net, and we go up the other end and punish them. Chiesa should start over Gakpo, said Chulu. Mohammed said, thank goodness we've got a good finisher. That might have been skied or shot straight at the keeper last year. So on that goal, to me it all comes from Fede. He anticipates the pass from McCarthy, nicks in ahead of the defender and wins it. And then he's got the wherewithal to pull it back to Isak. And it's a very accomplished finish from Alexander Isak to open his Liverpool account. Ayup said Frimpong was shite. Mate, we all love Jeremy Frimpong, right? We all do. Let's start from that position. But if I had to sit here now and tell you that he's had a good first half, I would be doing you a disservice. He has been awful. He's given the ball away too many times. He's been caught in possession. He's been running offside. He's been out of position. I don't know what is wrong with Frimpong today, but he's having a nightmare. So he needs to be taken off, in my opinion. And Endo is way off it. TOTT2KZ1 said first half not great, very slow on the ball. Leone looks like a monster in defence. Cannot wait to see him in the Prem. I love you, Isak, and WFM to you all. Yeah, it was a very confident half from Giovanni Leone. Does not look like an 18-year-old kid out there, does he? He looks calm, composed, accomplished. Certainly looking to progress forward with passes more than Gomez from what I'm seeing. So yeah, good first 45 from him. Ian said Endo was being good, combative. No, he's been horrendous, mate. Horrendous. He had one moment at the end of the first half when he won the free kick and he was combative, like you've said, and got in between a few players and won the ball. But look at Endo's performance. He has been slow. He has given away possession with misplaced passes. He has been all over the shop. And I love him. But to say he's had a good 45, I'm sorry, mate. That's just not right, in my opinion. Anything and everything said midfield doesn't look good. What else have we got? Where's Ella? I seen Ella's comment a minute ago. Hey, Craig, I watched Championship regularly. Southampton, best game so far. Yeah, they're certainly impressive. Will still has them playing a good brand of football and they've created more than us, probably, Ella, in that first half. Yeah, said that's an insane finish from Isak. It was a lovely finish, mate. Very accomplished finish. Yeah, just curled it inside the keeper on the near post. Lepang said, I get nervous every time Endo touches the ball because he takes so long on it. Absolutely. Same with Gomez. Just too many touches and too slow in possession. Simon said, Endo had a good 44 to 45. That, Simon, I can agree on, sir. King 7th said the goal was exactly what we needed. I love that pun, mate. Well played. Exactly what we needed. Well played. The Legend said, at a local game, how are you performing? W. Isak. Not great, mate. Not great. Certainly, you would have to say Southampton probably the better of the two sides in the first half. You know, we punished them. They should have scored. We go up the other end and score. But yeah, just too slow. What's really frustrating me, though, is if you look when one of our players gets the ball, be it Joe Gomez, Leone, Endo, look at the two lines. You've got Frimpong holding his width on the right. You've got Rio holding his width on the left. But until Fede took it upon himself to start trying to find space between the lines, there was nothing. Just moving the ball side to side and backwards. Because what we don't have is a Wirtz or an Elliott or somebody like that to find those little pockets. When you're playing against a team that are so rigid with a 5 and a 4, you need somebody to get in between the lines to link up play and find space. And if they, even in between the lines, if they don't receive the ball, they're giving a defender something to think about. Do I track in to follow him? If he does that, then you have space in behind for somebody like Isak to get in over the top. It's simple stuff that I shouldn't be here having to say. They should know. But for whatever reason, it just isn't happening. Apparently Chelsea have turned it around and they're 2-1 up now according to the chat as well. So thank you for that update. Patrick said, yep, Chiesa is looking sharpest. He's looked very, very good. Very good. Him and Jones, I think, have been the ones to try and make things happen. Isak's a centre forward, you know. He lives off the service. He almost had a goal at the start of the game and then took his goal really well when Fede played it to him. Bissy said Elliott would have loved this game. Oh, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. You know, and so would Wirtz. This is the type of game where they'd have a field day because the space is there between the lines, but there's just no options when we're in possession. How many viewers were in your first ever stream? And what moment did you think this is my job now? I thought this is my job now, honestly, 2 years ago. Because Connor went full-time first. Because at that time I was on disability allowance. So Connor went full-time. It wasn't my job until about 2 years ago when we formed the company that we have. Then we said, right, this is our jobs, let's go for it. What did I have on my first stream? I want to say like 70, 80 people, something like that. Something around that mark. It wasn't, but enjoyable. Those early days, man, even now, I still look back on them very fondly. I've enjoyed every step of this journey to get here, even though there's been dark times. Joseph said Isak equals Thierry Henry regen. Yeah, I said it. I love that you're saying it, mate. Keep it going. Loved Isak. His dribbling late on was quality. Said, yep. He's just class, isn't he? He just is class. You can see it in him. Who's on our bench? No problem, Ryan, mate. Give me 2 seconds, bro. So, the Liverpool bench, for those asking, is Milos Kerkez, Conor Bradley, Ugo Ekitike, Freddie Woodman, Reece Williams, Cade Gordon, Kieran Morrison, Tommy Pilling, and Jayden Dans. So that is the options for the manager from the bench. Marv, appreciate you, mate. Thank you. Marv said you're a top bloke. That means a lot, mate. If nothing else happens on this channel other than people think I'm a decent skin, I'll take that. Cody Davies, how are we, Cody? Said, love Rio, but today not running like he does. I don't understand Southampton playing a defensive formation, but we even saw he risked delivered a nice ball. So, my gripe, Cody, with the situation with Rio is not so much with him, it's with the lack of a runner. So, when you see Rio in possession, if there is only one man with him, very quickly the second comes across. And what would normally happen if that was Gakpo, Diaz, anybody else, is you would see the fullback bombing on. Whether they're underlapping, overlapping, they're giving an option. And what that does is draw the defender, meaning Rio then has a one-on-one. What Rio does then, whether he lays the ball off to Robertson on the run, whether he cuts inside, he only has one man. But what's happening is Rio's getting the ball, doubling up on him, and he's nowhere to go. Absolutely nowhere to go. So he's having to check back, go back to Robertson, check back, go back. So for me, I just don't think he's getting the support. Now, I don't know whether this is under instruction from Arna or not. Whether they're trying to be more rigid. Maybe we're trying to not overlap runs to create the opportunity of turning over possession. But ironically, on the other side, Frimpong is getting forward and overlapping runs. But he's just having a bit of a mare. Craig, you've made a great thing. Well done, mate. Thank you, Dennis. You know, it's been a long process to get here, bro. And we've been very picky along the way, making sure that we ban arseholes. We could probably have another 50,000 subscribers if we weren't so protective of our chat. But we did it our way, and I'm glad it's working out for us and for everybody. Because our community means so much to me as a human being. Like, I love our community. A person said Isak, the so-called flop, has scored Newcastle fans. Yep, he has. And he's going to score many more. I'm just seeing again that third goal in the Brighton-Barnsley game. If you haven't yet seen it, Brighton have scored a few worldies in the game, but the third one in particular, incredible. Diane said, give Diane a shout out. Love the content, Craig. Love your support for Liverpool. Thank you, Diane D. Appreciate you being with us, my friend. Chad said, I remember when Klopp kind of gave up on Gravenberch too early. It feels like Chiesa is in the same situation with Slot. Yeah, I don't think you're too far off there. And you can't keep ignoring him, can he, Chad? If he puts in performances like he's doing, he can't keep ignoring him. Because Fede has been top-notch. And let's also give flowers to Curtis Jones, who I think has been brilliant in that first half. Buzzing around, trying to take responsibility, trying to take control of the game from midfield. George said, from disability allowance to building a global fan base and a new studio, what a story. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate that. And yeah, look, we hope to have the Anfield Agenda studio built in the next few months. We're at the very last stage of the process now. It's about to sign off on it. And I don't know when we'll move into it, but we will have more options for content moving forward. We'll have a sofa section where we can do a watch along with a couple of guests. We'll have a green screen. And I'm so proud. You know, I'm proud to call this my job. I'm proud to be able to build the Anfield Agenda studio that I've dreamt about. Yeah, man. And going from, like I said, being pretty much homeless, in a load of debt, losing my inheritance of about 400 grand, having parents who took their own lives. You're going to make me fucking cry, man. But yeah, I don't know how we're here. But we're here. Right, we're underway. Second half. And I'm very grateful that we are here. So yeah. I keep thinking about Mo's t-shirt during that Barcelona game, you know? Never give up. Never give up. And I've got a sign that I'm going to put in my office. I've had this mantra since day one. And I'm putting it in the office on the wall when we get there. Because I got a lot of crap over the years. Told to quit, give up. You're not good enough. You're an embarrassment to Liverpool fans. Kill yourself like your parents did. All that shit. But I always read one thing. And it was a Warren Buffett quote. And it said, work hard in silence. Do what you have to do. Ignore the drama and negativity surrounding you and let your success be your noise. So I've always tried to focus on that. Anyway, back to the game. Right, about to hit the 46-minute mark, so I will sync up for everyone. It is 46 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. No changes that I can see from Arna in the second half. Frimpong in possession now on the near side. Obviously, Liverpool attacking the Kop end now, second half. And thank you to everyone for the kind words as well. Oh, sorry, Ekatike came on, did he? Sorry, my apologies, my apologies. I missed that, sorry. Isak went off, Ekatike came on, my apologies. I'd missed that when I was reading through stuff, sorry folks. So yeah, just to confirm on that one, you're right. Ekatike on for Isak. And thank you everyone for your such lovely words. I love you all to bits, honestly. Thank you. Oh, Wrexham. Wrexham have gone 1-0 up in their game against Reading. Just got home from a 15-mile walk. How have we been? Not great, man. Not great. But in the lead, thankfully, and Isak scored it. And well done on the walk. 15 miles, wow. Right. Gomez to Endo. Out left-hand side to Robbo. Nice ball to Ekatike. Runs the channel well. He has it now left side, Southampton penalty area. Back to Rio and Gamoa. Rio now. Edge of the box to Endo, who takes a heavy touch and loses possession again. Southampton, right side. Liverpool have enough bodies back now. And well done, Endo. Gets back, puts in a challenge. Well done. He gave it away, but he tracked all the way back and won it back. Jones now to Endo. Out to Leone. Robert said, Craig, you're a constant and a comfort in lots of lives. Thank you, my man. As you guys are to me, like I said, all the time. I couldn't have gone through all of this without you guys. Jones to Rio. Back out to Curtis Jones. Robertson. Endo. Robbo. Rio tries to square it to Jones, but overhits it. Southampton have it back. We overplayed that. Endo. Leone. His strike up into the air. Straight into Alex McCarthy's hands. Jacko said, what is a good Liverpool hot take you have? Mine is Gravenberch wouldn't have become nearly as good as Liverpool without Slot as the manager. We have a Southampton player down here, by the way, so we have a break and play. What's a hot Liverpool take? I mean, I've got a few. One that springs to mind is we would never have signed Darwin if Edwards was at the club. That's one. I think. What else? What else would I have that I'd say be a hot take? I'm trying to think of something that's not too controversial. Don't know, man. I don't know if I've got too many more that I'm unhappy about or that I think we've done wrong. I feel we did Kelleher dirty. I feel like he should have been given a bit more respect as a potential successor to Alisson. Right, double change for Southampton. Charles and Downs on, and Yander and Archer off. Oh, sorry, I need to bring this one down. Right, we're back on the play. Connor said, here's Connor's hot take. It was time for Klopp to leave and we wouldn't have won the league last year with him. That's a hot take, Crosby. Leone. Case had made the run. They weren't in the same wavelength. Well done, Endo. That's a free. Well done, Endo. Better. Endo, seen that situation, stepped in, cut out the danger. Well done. So I have a hot take that is going back a little bit further. I never rated John Arnorisa. There's my hot take for you. I get people telling me all the time about John Arnorisa bangers and strikes from distance, but my memory of John Arnorisa was a little bit different. I remember shouting at the TV the amount of times he skied balls and took shots on he shouldn't have. Ref, how is he booking Ekatike for that? Oh, for the punching of the ball, I guess. I guess it was the reaction from Ekatike punching the ball away. Personally, I'd say Craig is a hot take. I'll take that, mate. Thank you. Southampton switch it up now. Right side. 53 minutes on the clock. Still Liverpool lead by, and I can't wait to say this out loud again, our Alexander Isak goal to 0. Southampton cross in. Oh, remember that's really, you can't be pushing the ball back into open play, dude. Got lucky there wasn't a Southampton player there on the rebound because he pushed them wide. Ekatike now into the right channel. Good running from Hugo. Still Ekatike. Goes around the right, cuts back on left, back on the right, runs out of options then and kind of turns himself into trouble, but good play from Hugo. Craig, do you think that Diaz will be underrated or overrated in 15 years? Underrated. I don't think a lot of people, not Liverpool fans, I mean opposition club fans, I don't think a lot of people realise how good Diaz was until they played against them. Right, Gomez throw in. Long ball in. Free out. Jesus Christ. How is it we never seem to get free kicks given for us when we're defending a corner? But I can pinpoint 4 in the last 2 games that we've ended up giving away a free kick when we've gone for long throw-ins. It seems like if a centre-back falls on the ground, we get a free against us. "4-0 Brighton now, wow." Fulham 1-0 up against Cambridge as well in that game. Here's a question, lads, right? Bradley is about to come on. Connor Bradley is about to come on. Here's a question for you. If Isak hadn't have scored, do you reckon he'd have been given another 10 or 15 second half? Or do you reckon it was always 45? I have a sneaky feeling the goal helped Arna's decision making there. Nicholas said yes. Always 45, said Clayton. Everything said yes. Always 45 for Paul Owens. It's a lot of always 45s. Interesting. I just wonder. I don't know, I wonder. But either way, just a fun topic to ask. Leone. Here's another one for you. At what age do you think Leone wins the Ballon d'Or? Do you reckon he has to wait till he's 21 to win it, or he looks pretty accomplished out there so far, not really put a foot wrong. Curtis Jones coming off to be replaced by Connor Bradley. Well done, Curtis, but this should be interesting. So Frimpong obviously pushes into a more advanced role now by the looks of it. Yeah, Frimpong pushes in. So Bradley at right back. Endo to Neone. Back to Robertson. Gomez. Wonder will we see Robbo get taken off for Kirkes? We're seeing now the fourth Brighton goal. Again, it's good football. Scoring some well-worked goals at Oakdale there, Brighton. Ekatike, unlucky, he's dispossessed. Ball back with Alex McCarthy, but this ref loves stopping the game, doesn't he? He can't stop the game quick enough. Ben, I did mean Robbo wasn't doing well. I just meant for a fitness perspective. Like, is this giving us a look at who plays against Palace, is what I'm thinking. Southampton in possession, halfway inside their half, centre of the park. They work it into the right channel. Cross comes in. Endo chests it down. Strike from Southampton edge of the box is blocked. They still have it though. Right channel, cross in. Header up in the air. That's Georgie's all day. Alex said Leone seems like another gem of a signing. He does, absolutely. You know, to pay so much, was it 25, 30 mil for an 18-year-old? You know, it's a big statement of intent. Give it to Leone, Joe. What are you even waiting for? Robbo now. To Rio. Again, they're showing us Wrexham going 2-0 up. But Liverpool on the attack now at Robertson. Just about to hit the hour mark at Anfield. Rio Ngamoa now. Little give and go. Go on, Rio. Hit it. Squares it across to Frimpong. Down the line to Ugo. And the attack breaks down. Come on, boys. Keep pressing. Keep pressing. Robbo. To Rio. Right, come on, boys. Chiesa. To Endo. Back to Ekatike. Chiesa scores, but he's offside. He's offside. He's definitely offside. There's no question about that. You can see he was well off. Look, he's a solid 2 or 3 yards off. It's a good finish, but he's definitely offside. Southampton making another change. Jay Robinson on. Come on, boys. Let's put this one to bed. Let's keep going. Not exactly been a vintage performance, this one so far. Gomez. Endo. To Bradley. Frimpong. Back inside the Bradley. Better. Oh, he tries to pick out Ugo. Southampton keep it in, but they give it straight back to us. Tony said Rio seems to shine cop end left. Certainly seems more involved in the game, Tony, doesn't he, in this second half? They're giving him more chances to have a run. Here he goes again. I don't know what he was trying there, young Rio, but it goes behind for a goal kick. "27 minutes to go. I feel like if we can get a second here, it could easily lead to 3, maybe even another late one. But once there's only the one in it again, you're a little bit nervy because... Oh, here we go, giving the ball away again. Joe Gomez, I think, this time, once again, if I'm not mistaken. Let me rewind that back just so I can see. Yep, it was Joe Gomez, again, giving the ball away. Craig, would you agree this year it's not that worrying, Clusala to the AFCON? I mean, it's always worrying because, you know, you're losing a great player, but I think with Ekatike and Isak, at least we've got the ability there to make sure we can keep on the score sheet, keep the ball ticking over, or scoreboard ticking over. Cross in from Frimpong, drops Chiesa. Oh, unlucky. Oh, unlucky. Cuts inside, hits a strike, hits the back of the Southampton player. Unlucky, Fede. Frimpong, Robertson, Neone. So would we all agree so far it's Chiesa for man of the match? Oh, I mean, we will be asked you to vote, of course, in our match reaction. That's a free kick, foul on Endo, free kick Liverpool. Are Bradley and Frimpong playing together? They are indeed, Joseph. Yep. Frimpong's playing more advanced. I think everybody's agreeing on the man of the match. Well, hopefully it's a landslide when we vote after the game. Ekatike, Gomez, to Bradley, out to Frimpong. Bradley, he's dispossessed. Southampton looking to play out. Well done, Endo. Ekatike drags a shot wide. Well done, Endo there. Stepping in to win the ball back. Fair play. Better second half this from Endo. So good. Finally seeing the Isak celebration in a Liverpool shirt. Ekitike is not shy about putting himself about, is he? I love that part of his game. Again from Leone, just composure and class. Bradley. Leone to Gomez. Good ball. Good ball around the corner to Endo. Better Joe. Leone. Gomez. Good. Out to Robertson. Better football. To Rio now. Tries a little 1-2. Doesn't quite come off. Well done, Endo. Again, stepping in to win it. Much better, Endo. Robertson. To Rio. He's fouled. Free kick Liverpool. Chance to get a decent cross in. Right. This could be the Gomez Leone moment. Let's get this one in. Give the lad something to fight for early. Let's see if we can't get Joe Gomez that goal. Endo's had a better second half than a first, definitely. He settled into this game. Interestingly, he seems to be playing a little bit higher. I'd say he's maybe 10 yards further forward in the second half, Endo. I'd love to see a heat map to see if I'm right on that, but I feel like he's about 10 yards more advanced. Cross in, headed behind. It'll be another Liverpool corner, this time on the opposite side. El Harbour said, I'm watching Isak, Chiesa and Leone play football for my club. What's happened? We're on the right road, mate. That's what's happening. Right, another corner. Robert to take it this time. Ball in. Ooh. Ekitike gets across the front of the 6-yard box, gets a flick, but goes behind it. It'll be a goal kick Southampton. Unless the ref's given a free out, because Southampton player did go to ground. Let's have a look. I mean, I don't know why he's holding his face. If anything, he hit his shoulder, but Southampton trying to play out from the back again. Press comes on from Frimpong. And there's Endo again, stepping into the space to win it back. No, he gives it away. He did the first part right, stepped into the space and won the ball. Well done, Leone. Look at that from Giovanni Leone. Clever. Could have taken a touch there and maybe played into trouble, but let it roll through to the keeper. And I'm not doing him justice because it was more complicated than that. But you can see again the awareness from Leone of where he is. 20 minutes to go. Bradley. Back to Leone. Ugh, this time it's Mamardashvili who gives it away with a pass into midfield. But have no fear, Giovanni Leone is there to mop up. Oh, it's okay though. Robbo's giving it away this time, straight back to Southampton. Frimpong, Bradley. Endo. Back to Bradley. Oh, it's a dangerous ball from Bradley. Robbo has to get a touch in it, but it's again straight back to Southampton. Come on, boys. Keep going. For some reason, right, when Endo does gain possession of the football, it seems to take him 2 or 3 touches to get the ball under control, which is giving people time to close him down. His interception or his reading of what's happening in front of him is very good. But once he gets control of the ball, he's taking too long on it. Have you seen that United are talking about playing some money spinning friendlies in like far flung places during the week? Some of the Champions League and Cup games. I mean, that club, man, rinsing the players, not even giving them a chance to get a restaurant and just, nah, money spinning friendlies, lads, no European football. So let's send you off to Dubai and a few other places for some midweek friendlies. Madness. Neoni, Robertson, out to Rio. Back in to Trey Neoni, back out to Rio. Chiesa to Rio. Unlucky, nearly got past his man. Unlucky. Little 1-2 between Chiesa and Rio nearly came off. Oh, Jaden Dan's coming on now. Interesting stuff. I wonder would it be for Chiesa or Rio? But Jaden Dan's the next Liverpool player to come on. Bradley. Well done, Connor. Ball played in. Ekitike controls it. Oh, he's turned himself. Slowed it down to Endo. Frimpong. Cross in. Alex McCarthy comes and claims it. Jacko said, I would love to see Leone next to VVD, Frimpong and Robbo against the mid-table Premier League side. Iron sharpens iron. Yeah, I'd love to see him as well. After today's performance, Jacko, and I don't know if everybody else would agree with me, but based just off today and solely today, I would feel more comfortable with Leone alongside Virgil than Gomez. Just based off what we've seen today. Offside up against Southampton. 2-0 Wolves. Everton getting knocked out. It is Rio Engamoa who's coming off. Another invaluable 73 minutes for Rio in his development. It's Jaden Dan's time. Good to see Jaden back on the pitch. Southampton now, right side of our penalty area, cross in, block goes behind. So I'm going to ask you in a poll, would you rather Leone beside VVD than Joe? Yes or no? So would you rather Leone beside VVD than Joe? We are, of course, basing it off a very small sample size, but of the two centre-backs today, I'm saying I feel more comfortable with Leone based off what we're seeing. Right, a packed 6-yard box here. Right, lads, do what they do. Fall down. Just fall down. That's what you do. Fall down. And the ref gives freeze out. Oh no, Endo's trying to... Oh, there we go. 1-1. 1-1. And it was coming. And Endo. It's 1-1 and... on Endo. Easy chance to clear it, and Endo makes a mess of it, and now it's 1-1. So the corner comes in, Endo watches it and then heads the ball backwards into the Southampton players, who flick it round the corner. They are onside, no complaints about that. Yeah, Endo heads the ball in the wrong direction and assists Southampton. You couldn't make this shit up. What are you doing? The more I look at it, he can't, like, he jumps wrong. He jumps past the ball. Past the ball. How do you head the ball in the wrong direction defensively? 1-1. Oh, my days. Right, lads. Somebody needs to step up and be a winner here, or this is going to penos. Chiesa now. To Robbo. Let's get some crosses in to give Ekatike and Dan something to work with. Ball in. Oh, Ekatike, header, side netting. That's what we need, more of that. More crosses in. Give the centre forward something to fight for. Oof. Well done, Hugo. Lovely spin into the channel. Now to Dan's. I don't know who he's pulling that back to. There's no one there. Good play, though, from Hugo and Dan's, but Dan's ball, there's no one there. Well in, Robbo. Although the touch is put in Armstrong now. Time to get back, boys. Ironically, the two players we've been complaining about were involved in the situation for the goal. Gomez brain fart gives away the corner. Endo brain fart sets up their goal in the same passage. Well done, Giovanni Leone. I think he's hurt himself there, though. Fully committed going across there to win that ball, but I think he's taking a bang and he's... Yeah, he looks like he's in a bit of pain here. I hope he's okay. And people saying relax with the hate. It's not hate when you're stating facts. And they've been terrible. That's not hate. To not acknowledge a poor performance is unfair. We're talking about experienced professionals, and they've had an absolute mare, the two of them. Hopefully Giovanni's okay, because he looks in a bit of pain over there. Kirkes will be coming on for him anyway, but more importantly, we need to make sure he's okay. So it is substitution. Giovanni Leone being replaced by Milos Kirkes. And obviously, main concern is making sure Giovanni's okay. Not quite sure what the injury is, but it's obviously very painful. The guy's still lying down, getting some treatment. Bradley heads it away. It'll be another Southampton ball. Seems to be working on Leone's left leg, whatever it is. He looks like it's his left leg, based off where the medics are working on. Anyway, it's a corner to Southampton. Still working on that left leg. They're putting it in a brace, a brace. Right, boys, come on, counter. Oh, you played into the wrong channel. Oh, lucky Hugo, unlucky. Unlucky. Almost a perfect counter there. Unlucky. Endo. Everton are out, Mark saying in the chat. Frimpong, right side. Byline, puts in a cross, headed away. It'll be out for a Liverpool throw-in. Gomez coming across to take the long throw-in. Again, though, we hope Giovanni Leone's okay. Definitely is his left leg they were strapping up anyway. Throw in from Joe. Flicked up in the air by Bradley. Second ball. Joe gets a chance. What is that, Joe? Fuck me. He side foots a half-arsed lazy ball straight towards Alex McCarthy. It's just awful. Still working on Leone, by the way. I think they're about to stretcher him. And whatever it is, sincerely hope the young man is okay, because it's been a stellar debut for him. Such a shame it's ending that way, but I hope whatever it is, he's okay. Because he did himself proud there tonight with that performance. Right, boys, come on. Liverpool throw in. Again, why is the intensity only ratcheting up after we concede? Should have been like this from the start, boys. Endo. Back to Bradley. Across now to Andy Robertson, who stepped in to take the second centre-back spot alongside Joe. Milosh. To Chiesa. Chiesa cuts inside. Puts in a cross. Hooked away by Southampton. Yes, Samu, unfortunately, mate, Leone is injured. He's gone off on a stretcher with some strapping to his left leg, but that's as much as I can see, really, mate. He's had a great performance as well, so sincerely hope the young man's okay. Oh, here we go. Two-one. Ugo Ekitike, Liverpool back in the lead. Ugo! 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 Very unselfish assist as well. Ekitike gets the goal. Fede with the assist. Absolute top-notch from Fede Chiesa again. I paused because I was waiting to see if there was a flag. Ekitike's now getting sent off. Yep, Ekitike's gone. Sent off. Takes his shirt off and gets sent off. For the love of God. Arna's now saying 4-4-1. 4-4. How are you so... You've got to learn from that. That's just silly. What a bit of movement from Chiesa, though. What a bit of movement. Great ball from Robertson to him. He's behind the ball, so he's all tickety-boo in that regard. Or is he? That would have been close if VAR looked at it, lads. Fede unselfishly squares it. I think Ekitike's behind the ball. He scores in front of the Kop, then takes his top off and gets his second yellow and gets sent off. Two silly moments. And the ref has no choice but to send them off. Oh, man, fuck me. 2-1 with 3.5 to go. Arna's gone to a 4-4-1 now. Incredible from Chiesa again, though. I mean, what a performance from Fede tonight. Yes, Ekitike gets the goal. Yes, Isak gets the goal. But Fede Chiesa's had a starring role in both of them. So that would also be Chiesa out for the next round, by the way, lads. Or excuse me, Ekitike. Sorry, Ekitike out for the next round. So silly. Double change coming up by Southampton. Aman Hussein said, Ugo is a genius, now will defend and win. I still can't believe he took the shirt off. I agree with everyone, by the way. The shirt getting taken off rule's nonsense, but it is a rule, so no complaints about the card. Just silly. Aaron said, big shout out to Fede. Didn't put his head down after being dropped in the Champions League. Puts on a class performance. Need players like that in the dressing room. Agree. Absolute model pro. And yeah, if this doesn't put him back in Ireland's good books, I don't know what will, because he's been brilliant. These rules are stupid sometimes, for real, said Liquid. No, look, they are, but it is a rule. So, you know, we can't have sour grapes when we know the rules. It's just a silly moment from Ekitike. 90 seconds plus stoppage time to go. It's Liverpool 2-1 up but down to 10. Both are centre forwards with the goals tonight. But in my opinion, it's been a Chiesa masterclass. Well done, Jayden Dans. Putting himself about defending from the front as well. Well done, Leone. Good bit of defensive clearance there. Endo gives it away again. Southampton now pushing forward. Good block from Endo. Well done. Right, boys, come on. Free kick, Liverpool. Well done. Better. Well done, Endo. Put himself in harm's way there. Knew he was going to get clattered, but still went for it. Well done, Endo. It was Giovanni Leone, mate, who went off on a stretcher, unfortunately. He had a sliding challenge or a challenge on the sideline, and he kind of went off the pitch. And I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it was his left leg that was strapped up. Chiesa. Oh, fires one. McCarthy has to throw a leg at it. Is that Ekitike out now for the next round of the Cup, or is he out for Palace? Free kick, well done, Frimpong. Has anybody heard, is it Palace he suspended for? It's Palace, jeez, that's not great. Obviously now, Isak only getting 45 will probably stand him in good stead, because surely he's going to play, or Chiesa. Palace, God almighty. We really could have needed him for that Palace game. Frimpong to Fede. Down the line to Bradley. Back to Frimpong. Bradley. Offside flags up. Bradley coming back from an offside position. Free kick Southampton. 6 minutes added on, by the way. 6 minutes. Cross in from Southampton. Well done, Leone. Well done, young man. Liverpool throw-in as well. Southampton player about to get booked for petulance. If it was offside, would the yellow be overturned? Yes, it would, Amash, yeah. Logan, did I miss your members chat, mate? Sorry, bro. Let me find it for you. Logan said, guess he really wants Isak to get game time. Sorry for missing that initially, Logan, mate. M. Xavier said, is Hugo upset with the Isak signing? Is that why? No, I doubt it. I just think he wanted to celebrate his goal and hold up his shirt in front of the cop, but I don't know. Surely knew what was coming there. Great challenge, Kirk. Yes, Milos! Yes, sir! Great challenge. Matthew said, I was wondering why Frimpong looked so angry at Hugo after he scored. Hugo was playing so well too. Scum Media is going to blame on the Isak signing. Look, let them blame it on whatever they want. He was playing well, like you said, mate. Southampton, well done. Kirkes again getting a block in. Look, we've got two great strikers. It's their job to impress the manager and fight it out between them. There'll be enough games for both of them. Oh, great challenge. Let's give it a goal kick. Well done, Joe. Good challenge. Yeah, well done, Joe. Should have been the corner, by the way. There was no touch off the Southampton player, but we'll take it. Well done, Joe. Who's your man of the match and why is it Chiesa? Exactly as you've said there, my man. Exactly as you've said. It's Chiesa. Jacko said, you have to read the room, and this was wrong place, wrong time from Hugo to do that. Exactly. Look, there's no defending it, in my opinion, mate. It's just unfortunate for us now. We're down a striker against Palace. But no doubt Isak could do 45, 60, because we've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So there's enough time for recovery. So I'm hoping Isak can do 60, let's say. Gakpo's there if we need someone central. Fede, of course. Yes, Connor Bradley, well done. Leone into Fede. Reverses it to Dan's. Good touch from Jaden. Well done, Jaden. Well done. Good protection of the football, sir. Chiesa. Should Chiesa play in the left instead of Gakpo? Well, look, that's the manager's decision to make. But what I will say is, if this doesn't impress Arne and put him back in the manager's thinking properly, I don't know what will. Fede has been brilliant and earned the right to be used more by the manager, in my opinion. Without him today, we don't win this game. Kirkes lays it off left side to Chiesa. Look at him still battling out there. Still battling. 30 seconds plus a bit more stoppage time to go. Cross in from Southampton. Georgie. Yes, keeper. Yes, keeper. Well done, Georgie. That's what you want. Flings one out looking for Chiesa. What a throw that is as well. And that is that, ladies and gentlemen. The referee puts the whistle to his lips. Liverpool beat Southampton by 2-1. Book their place in the next round of the League Cup. It wasn't magnificent, but we got a goal from both of our strikers. But the outstanding performer today, in my humble opinion, is Federico Chiesa. We will, of course, be asking you to join us for the match reaction, where you'll be voting for your man of the match. Logan said, what we thinking of the 4-4-2 and Frimpong higher up? Better. Certainly gave us more options. You know, sometimes necessity's the mother of invention, right? And with the options limited off the bench today, Arna was forced into that with the injury as well to Leone, and I thought it looked good. We went even the 4-4-1 right at the end. Chiesa there, swapping shirts. Nice moment, one of the Southampton players. Manager came over to Fede as well. Had a little word with him. I mean, well done, Fede. I thought Kirkes was great when he came on as well for the last few minutes. Look, before we go, a reminder. We are giving away, with thanks to our friends at the Collector's Corner, a signed Diogo Jota frame shirt to celebrate the great man. If you would like to enter, make sure you go over to the Anfield Agenda Instagram account and check out our post on there. That gives you all the information. If you'd like to submit your player ratings in our match reaction to be part of our player ratings video, then make sure you're signed up to the Anfield Agenda WhatsApp as well. You can scan that QR code on the screen there now, and that will bring you across. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in 60 seconds time for the match reaction. Don't forget to hit the like button for me before you head off. Let's get over 2,000 likes for the win. Chiesa, brilliant. Isak gets off the mark for the Reds. Ekitike scores and then has a bit of a brain fart and gets himself sent off. We'll be back with a match reaction in 60 seconds time. We'll talk to you then. Much love.